Hey, fuckers, this is Brian Erlacher, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Oh. The Tape Never Lies Network, baby.
The Tape Never Lies. Keeping it 100 like I'm keeping it 100 when it comes to the Bears.
I think the tape never lies, right?
The tape never lies.
Never does. Not smart.
Get in your hat and get the hell off the field.
Lauren Cox from Locked On Bears, and I'm keeping it 100.
You guys know the tape never lies.
Hey, this is David Kaplan. Listen to me. You want to learn football? Listen to my guys, Phil and Shane. Keeping it 100, the Tape Never Lies Network.
Courtney Cronin, beat reporter covering the Chicago Bears for ESPN and ESPN.com. And I am keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies.
I'm Raymond Harris, the Quiet Storm, a.k.a. Ultraback, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Home of the greatest Chicago Bears fans on earth.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Here we go.
Trading up 100.
Yes!
What? Oh my
Here
God.
it is!
Or just reporting.
The tape never lies.
Other people drop off, but we still keep.
You'll never know how good your football team is going to be until you play with maximum effort.
Keeping it 100.
There's open competition over the North and never give it back.
Smartest man.
My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east to west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now they're mouth stuck like the Jew and now and later. Debaters, frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks scrolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Jimmy. What's the name? We do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unfair. The tape never lies. The truth, you see, we laugh, we analyze, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a stat nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like trick sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Justin Fields gets outside the pocket, puts that ball perfectly where only Mooney can get it.
1 point, 100.
2 feet.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Bears never lies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo! This is Claudio the Barber, and this is TTNL Keeping It 100, the best Bears show on the planet, far known. Listen, after a ugly win where we had more screen passes than points, there is definitely a lot of questions. So we're just going to get right into it. We're going to bring on the boys. Shane, the smartest man, Marcel.
Hey.
And Draft Dr. Phil. What is
Yo.
up? Short and sweet, like our score.
What time is the Claude?
What time? I don't know. I can't see. I don't have a clock in here big enough. I'm at the crib again.
You're at the crib. You're at the crib.
The crib.
Claudio's crib.
Christmas tree, ready to
I don't know
go.
what's going on with our screens here.
We good?
There we go.
What would Jerry Seinfeld sound like if he said that, Phil?
If he said what?
I don't know what's going on. How would Jerry Seinfeld say that?
I have no idea. I have to think. Where did we go?
Huh? You don't know what I'm talking about? You're Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, you do a great.
No, I did. I'm just trying to edit our cameras, and you're asking me. I'm sorry. How would he say what?
I don't know what the hell's going on.
What the hell's going on? I have to get into his character.
I don't think any of us are on our A game tonight.
We're not on our A game tonight. Thought it was going to let me.
Did I hit the mark at least? Did I hit it?
Yeah,
you did hit it.
Split second. Right. Yeah, just a split second off, but we'll.
All right.
We'll let it go.
It's not letting me create the cameras. I don't know why.
I officially invited Mr. Planter on the show to give him props for the sign, but his official response was this.
No thanks. Speaking of that, I did get the picks. So here's TTNL fans represent Claudio doing a great job capturing. You could see Jairo Santos game-winning kickball right there, about 7 feet from the TTNL sign.
Did anybody see that actually in the game? I mean,
I did not.
Yes, someone saw it in the game and sent it to me.
Somebody
it is.
Somebody made a comment in the BHL, live chat.
No, we didn't know what they were talking about.
I don't have any idea what he's talking about.
But you could see Corn Planter, and is that his son with him?
Yeah, it's Planter Jr. right there, I think. Yeah.
And Chris Jackal there to the his right.
Do you have the other pick?
Yeah.
Because they had a Jackal sign too.
Yeah, they did.
Earlier in the game on another field goal.
So there you go. You got to shout.
Right. Chuck Reed said it. That's his son, Corn Cobb. So Cobb Quickie.
And a corn cob pipe and a button nose.
I missed that drop.
We might have to do a new Christmas album, Shane.
Yeah. So
the way things are going.
Sylvie can shit all over it.
Oh God. I wouldn't put it in there.
Corn said he is in the Santa hat.
Good job. Corn. Shout out to you, man.
You know what makes it the best? We didn't reach out and ask anybody. He just took it upon himself.
He did it on his own.
We fucking loved the sign, Wendy. All right? We loved it.
No, Wendy was like,
I know.
A better sign.
There's always a fucking critic.
Always got something.
Of course,
Wendy, love you,
I
Wendy.
was dying laughing. I was going down through all the fucking comments on Phil's page, and Phil clicked love on every fucking one of them except for Wendy's. I'm like, that's my fucking boy right there. I'm so proud of him.
My mother-in-law. Oh my God. The next time I get any credit or anything nice said will be the first time. Taking it out on Corn Planter. Take it out on me. I can handle it. Poor Corn Planters in the freezing cold drawing up TTNL. I got to go help the wife. Do you guys have to do this? Like help the wife with the remote?
No.
I'll be right back.
All right. So I got Roku, the easiest fucking remote ever.
Yeah. YouTube TV for me. I was a direct TV guy for like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And then I made the switch with NFL Sunday Ticket to YouTube TV.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it. My unlimited library is packed full of Paw Patrol and, stuff that I never watch, but it's actually packed full of a bunch of college football that I'll be diving into more.
Yeah, Alabama's got a big game.
Yeah, I'm not too confident about them playing Georgia, but yeah, where's our guy Toxic Coker? He better show up into the comments. The Auburn fan, he's probably still crying.
That was a crazy ending. That was nuts. That was insane.
Yeah. Kevin knows. Where did he go? Kevin Wood right there. He loves YouTube TV.
Yeah, I mean, I have it for the the ticket, but I don't have it for I have the DirecTV stream, which is which is good. It's got a lot of channels. It just doesn't have that unlimited DVR, which is nice. But
if anybody wants YouTube TV, hit me up at Wazram. I can give you a discount code, by the way.
Oh shit! There you go. You gotta get them as a sponsor.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Back. I fixed the remote.
Yeah,
she had the batteries put in backwards. Come on, Steph. She's like,
Steph is the worst with fucking technology, bro.
She's not alone. I'm perfectly content.
I don't know. I put new batteries in it and everything. Well, now we got to reset the code.
I'm the guy that walks in the room. Like I walk into the studio and I just tell Alexa what to do and everything turns on and Hila loses her fucking mind and can't stand anything automated like that. And I love it. I mean, she can, yeah, you know how that goes.
Well, I just wanted to reiterate my appreciation for Korn and his son. So
absolutely.
I don't know, Korn, I don't know your real name, but you obviously have a cornfield somewhere. I'm a big fan of popcorn. Garrett's popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
I will give them a shout out. I wish they were a sponsor, Claudio. But yes, thank you for the promotion and love, man. That was awesome.
Everybody in the comments start putting the guilt trip on Korn because we'd love to.
He said he has a face for radio.
Well, have you fucking seen Claudio?
Exactly. I was going to say, listen, don't worry about it. You'll be all right. Come on, we'll have a good time.
Jesus,
listen,
bunch of fucking vixens up here. Clearly, us three.
Exactly.
I was watching a video, Korn, before I came on because my light strands that we put up keep blowing out. One right by the plug so I bought a new one. They blew out.
How many do you have plugged in together?
A lot. So I think obviously
it tells
I'm doing
you literally
that
right on the fucking box that you can do like 4. It's usually like 4.
Is it?
Are they LED lights?
No, exactly.
That's why. Yeah, you dumbass.
So they keep blowing out. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I went on YouTube.
How many you got on there, Phil? There's 38 of these fuckers strung up together.
A lot.
Yeah, it's like 4 if they're not. You gotta get the LED lights, bro.
I know, bro. I didn't know the LED is a game changer. But I need those icicle color light. I gotta go to Home Depot now. But the point of my story was
order them off fucking Temu. That's taking over the world.
Temu. I get more texts from Temu than my fucking wife, for God's sake.
You could probably order 37,000 strands of lights off Temu for $6.
Yeah, I love that child labor.
Yeah,
that does it.
Make that a drop.
Come get a
haircut from
fade from Claudio. Gotta love that child labor.
Get the sweeping, kids.
Sweep it up.
Yes,
washing windows.
I used to do. What are you talking? My kids used to always be at the shop when they were young. Now they don't come as much. They're older, so. But they used to always be at the shop sweeping up. Of course, gotta put them to work. Teach them good work ethic.
YouTube, don't leave the show, but go on your phone and search up. Skip a fuse on Christmas lights. Or something like that. Fucking, it's Claudio's doppelganger.
Oh, really?
Giving you the review.
Why did you not get a screenshot?
Well, I can go back. Bypass Christmas light fuse. That is what you search. He's got 80 likes, but 6,000 views, and it's Claudio.
Damn, really? I got a lot of doppelgangers out there, actually.
I don't know if you could see.
I don't know about that.
He's got a Claudio look.
Where is it?
He does have a beard.
I was doing something in
He's
the
got
background.
the
Put it up
beard.
there again.
He's got the beard.
He's got the beard.
I'll be completely honest.
He reminds me of Claude.
What?
Yeah, I don't see it.
You gotta watch it. You have to watch it.
I don't see it either.
He's like, hey guys. I never done a video before. It's probably high as shit. Like,
that's
oh man, Temu. Yes, I did order from Temu. My solar lights that look like little fire torches. They move back. They were very cheap, to Shane's point.
Oh yeah.
Claudio's eyes are more slanty, says Lucas Patrick.
Yes, always.
Yes, first and goal. We're here. These motherfuckers. Why aren't they talking Bears? Well,
we got to ease.
That'll be the first 37 comments tomorrow morning on YouTube.
Who cares about YouTube TV?
I love your guys' show,
but
it was 17 minutes before you started talking about what I wanted to hear. Your 4-hour show. Guess what? It ain't gonna be a 4-hour show tonight. Hater.
No, it isn't. I'll tell you right now, we're ending early tonight.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
Christmas nap. That's what
I'm tired, man.
I know. How was Thanksgiving for you guys, real quick? Since you haven't
mine was
been on since then.
Mine was a little. Well, my dad fell and broke his femur.
Oh no! On Thanksgiving?
No, a few days before. So he.
Oh boy.
We were supposed to all meet at my sister's, so that didn't happen. So I just stayed here and did the thing, with my family, and made some food here and kind of just relaxed all day and did what you're supposed to do on Thanksgiving. So yeah, it was very nice.
Ours was good. I saw you, Claudio, Thanksgiving morning. Went to the
blowout.
Went to the old rivalry game. Left in the third quarter because it was over.
Mm-hmm.
Saw my nephew out there playing.
Who won? Not the good
Lyman
guys?
Hall.
Sheehan.
Yeah. They put a whooping on him.
Yeah.
Which has been the case for the last 9 years, I think. I haven't seen Lyman Hall win since I was there.
It's probably better than that fucking Super Bowl we watched, huh, Claude? I was kidding.
Listen, all I know though is my daughter played in the powder puff for Sheehan.
Oh yeah, how is she doing?
She's doing better. She's still still got the concussion going on and stuff, but she went hard and got, if you guys don't know, powder puff is flag football for girls, and it's a big thing in Walden.
Becoming a big sport here in Connecticut now. They're having teams, girls.
Big everywhere. Yeah.
And they don't have pads, obviously it's flag football, but these girls do, because they play one game and it's in town rivals, Sheehan and Lyman Hall. So they get a little chippy, and Lyman Hall was getting beat here. So some girl pushed my daughter from behind. My daughter was going for tackle for the flag, and my daughter's face went right into one of her teammates' heads, and she was down and out. It was bad, but
did you go? Right. Welcome to the NFL, Ava.
I was like, roll some dirt on it.
Yeah,
rub some dirt on it. You'll be all right.
Do it, Uncle Phil would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Rub some
I break my hand. Phil was my freshman coach. I literally get tackled. My hand is like broke. I go to Phil. I'm like, Phil, dude, it doesn't feel good. He's like, it's all right. Get back in there. It's all right. Played a whole practice with dirt.
Pulls out a bottle of Tussin, throws some Tussin on it, makes it all feel better. It's all good.
That's it. No, it was a good game though, so that was fun.
Well, it's good to ease into the Chicago Bears. We talk about some other
have
things.
Some laughs before we cry.
Some laughs before we cry. Exactly.
Well, exactly. And listen, I understand, but that win probably was the least enthusiastic win that I've ever been a part of as a Bears. I've just removed being an analyst or anything from it. Just as a pure Chicago Bears fan, that was the least excited I was over a Chicago Bears win on prime time in Minnesota that I've probably ever experienced, ever. I don't know how you guys felt, but
I felt It felt like a loss to me.
Yeah.
I think what made it worse was the showcased celebration thereafter, and it includes the GM. People could say whatever it is they want. I'm just gonna keep it 100, like the show. They're acting like they won the NFC a playoff, and it was embarrassing to me. Like, I get it. You haven't beat a division opponent ever, and you're sitting there celebrating 4 field goals. The last time that happened was 1993. A team won by not scoring and kicking
Chicago
all
Bears
field,
team,
and it was the Bears. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Against
It
the
was the Bears.
Falcons.
Of course it was the Bears.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There might have been another team in there, but the last time it is. I know a friend of the show and love this dude, Dante Jones, former middle linebacker of the Bears, was very critical of their celebration and the offense, and was remembering when they last did that, the offense didn't score, and the Bears beat the Packers that day, with the Bears scoring 2 touchdowns on interceptions and kicking field goals and won that game. So I don't know, Shane. I just look at this. I didn't see it or feel it as a win. Obviously, in BHL, didn't feel it either. It just, the disease, losing is a disease, right? They won. You don't think there's pressure on these guys to get a win? I do. I agree with almost everything you're saying. I don't think you celebrate like you won the NFC, a playoff game. That's my thing.
Yeah, I'm not
This is a-
celebrating win number 4.
Like that.
Like you wrapped up a playoff spot or anything
You got the
like that.
GM coming down there hugging everyone. You got the fucking disco light. We're dancing. Cairo Santos is doing the fucking Diddy Wop, whatever the fuck's going on. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
It's like a culture of not
they
caring.
they were.
Oh,
though,
they
Irish.
were.
We have video.
Yeah, they were.
This is one thing that drives me insane is when people just make shit up to try to prove their point.
I'm the first one that has said, listen, I'm all for celebrating. Like, it's tough to win in the league.
Yeah.
But that, to me, in a game, you have fucking 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
4 turnovers. And you had 3 points off of it. It's like,
Well, they've had over the last 2 games, the Bears have forced 8 turnovers.
Yeah.
They've scored 13 points.
I was just going to say, we did the same thing against the Lions.
Bears.
But we
The
lost
Bears have had 3 turnovers themselves, or what? 2 turnovers? 3 turnovers themselves over the last 2 games, and have given up 14 points. So you're +5, and you're minus 11 in the or no, whatever it would be. They're -6 in the point differential. It's insane.
I honestly, as a coach, I'm putting myself in that situation. I wouldn't allow that. I think it's more of a reflection of desperation and the lack of a culture. I'm serious that you see that kind of celebration. And to have the stats that Shane is throwing out backing it, I think you're just a meatball fan that has never played if you are okay with them acting like they won the playoff. The GM comes down, they're hugging. The fucking quarterback talk, people listen, as Shane said. The coach is talking, fucking Walker's on his phone, scroll.
Yeah.
No one fucking
Nobody gives a
cares.
shit, yeah.
But we're going to have people saying we're going to keep this coach now.
I'm not against the players dapping up and the GM coming down and hugging guys and stuff like that. But when it goes beyond that, and I hated it when they turned the lights down and they're doing all that shit, and you're like 500 team at best, and you're acting like you've done anything. You know what I mean? And that's how did that look for you in 2018? You know how your season ended? Philly was doing that. Philly did their own club dub in your stadium. They punked you on the fucking field, and they punked you in the locker room on the way out.
Listen,
just go out there and handle your business. I'm not going to give a shit if Ryan Poles comes down and hugs Justin Fields and all of that stuff, and the guys want to show each other some love and whatever like that. But come on, they're not there yet, man. They're not there yet.
Win some fucking games, then I will be all about that. I know. I'm just speaking. This is a losing culture. If you celebrate the way you did, pull up the film, pull it up I'm not making this shit up. I know all of you must have saw the big hugs, and they're like, what the fuck am I looking at is what I'm saying. Like, this is what would happen for me. All right, guys, we won. We didn't win how we wanted. We got to get better. Obviously, we know that. We got to score. We got to get better. People have to take a fucking look in the mirror. But I want you to enjoy and embrace. It's tough to win in this league. It's tough. Right. And I want you to enjoy that shit. But it ain't good enough. It's not. And anybody in this locker room thinking it is probably shouldn't be here. So let's celebrate this big win. Here, Cairo, here's a fucking game ball for saving our asses. Now tomorrow we're back to fucking work. That's what it should be. I'm sorry. If you want, let them celebrate. They had to get, fuck out. That's why they lose. Yeah. That's a losing culture. I think Jim Harbaugh comes in. Guys,
P3P, they're not the youngest team in the league.
We kicked 5 field goals today. We're so shut the hell.
I mean, obviously, the loss, the win and us not putting up points is more on the OC, more on the play calling than the players, in my opinion, right? I mean, I understand the players being happy, and I totally agree with you guys. I mean, going, obviously dabbing up and being happy about a win is one thing, but the dancing and the this and that is just overboard right now. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm just trying to understand. I'm still just trying to understand. Buffalo is in a playoff race and a division race. They fire their OC. Steelers are in a playoff race and a division race. They fire their OC. We are scraping to get 4 wins, and nobody's losing their job. Guess who's not losing his job?
We might as well open up the door now, Phil, with what you and I were talking about it today. To me, what it all points to, and I think I've repeated myself on this 100 different times. To me, what it points to is that Matt Eberflus and Luke Getsy do not believe in Justin Fields. It's pretty fucking simple. And I don't condone that. I would rather roll with Justin Fields than those guys. That's where I am. Justin's not free from blame. Justin's got a lot of warts that he needs to work out. He's got issues. Got a ton of upside too. But to me, what else could it possibly be? I mean, when it comes down to crunch time, they're running the football on 3rd and 7, on 3rd and 8. Screen.
Well, but he did the same thing with Tyson Bagent too, though. Tyson was in there, and everybody's like, "Oh, he can't throw deep." No, I think they were just calling all these short plays. No,
you don't think so? They were throwing down the field with him. I mean, you look at it. Tyson Bagent, how many games did he win? 2. He won 2 games, right? If you go back and look, guess what happened? This is the perfect point of showing Claudio's wrong. Let's remember, not that I'm taking a shot at you, Claudia, but let's remember, to Shane's point, how did they end that win? The last win. Was it against Vegas?
First down pass, yeah.
A pass.
Yeah, true.
A pass. that I didn't even think they would be throwing in that critical situation to win the game. So to Shane's point, and me and Shane talking about it, sharing this with you.
Let's
They don't
T3. I know
have-
it's been a couple of weeks since you've been in here running your big fucking mouth, trying to get noticed for your podcast that nobody watches or listens to. And I know you're gonna have a comment on that too, but I don't give a fuck. We're not. Yeah, dude. What we're saying is he was in there. They won 2 games. They said they instead of he. Sorry, bro. Get the fuck over it. Go work on your fucking show. Get out of our comments. Got a lot of work to do over there.
Oh boy,
Jesus. The
shit
point
drives me fucking crazy though. I'm
was
just
they
nitpick
won.
a fucking word when your
Exactly.
shit stinks. Go fucking spray some shit over there, bro. I know you don't need me. Why are you in my comments, bro? Get the fuck out of here.
Well,
Go
he
work
also-
on your shit that nobody watches. Go do that.
I
You're here for content, to learn something. That's why you're here. And still nobody watches it. You do this shit all the time. Fuck out of here. You don't need me, but you're here. I bet you're still here. You'll be here next week. Right, T3? Fucking punk.
Don't let him get under your skin, bro. Fuck out of here with that. Let him. He has
Right here. Want to come on the show? Guess what? Everybody would fucking shut it off.
We'll get him a link. He can come.
Bring
on
him
the
on.
show.
Bring him on. Let's
him-
go.
Bring his ass on.
It's gonna go
Bring
viral.
on.
They did
You
it
wanna
with a
come on?
pass.
You wanna come on?
T-Pizza.
Let's fucking do it. Be the most
him
views
on.
he's ever got.
Bring him on.
Get him on. Because he's wrong about the other thing too that he said. But I gotta star it so I can come back to it. Because I know me, I'll forget when he said those other teams are built that Claudio.
Yeah, no. How are the
No,
Steelers built?
The
Steelers are built.
I
What are you
want
talking about, dude?
I want to come back to that comment after I finish this, okay? Because you're right. None of the Bears have a hell of a lot more talent than people even can comprehend and believe. So when you look at things like that, but anyway, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So they trust Bajent to throw the ball, and I believe it was 4th down. Was that a 4th down throw or a 3rd down
For the
throw?
first down, the win?
Yeah, it was a critical down. I don't remember if it was
down. It was
4th or
third down. It wasn't 4th because
You mean
we
the
were
one
in
like-
our- we were
the
in
one
our
that
own.
Agent had?
Yeah,
Yes.
we were in our own side,
put-
so it was 3rd down.
To put
Yeah,
away.
it was the 3rd down pass.
Yeah.
Okay,
The one-
and
it was
then
a
he
great- yeah, it
hit
was a great
Mooney
pass, yeah.
on a slant, on a out, I believe, and they catch it, or it was a curl, and he catches it, and they win the game, right?
Yep.
So to Shane's point, if you're looking at this combined with what I've said about Chris Collinsworth's comments, and then watching that game the other day, it just shows they have no trust in Justin Fields, the decision maker, the downfield passer, and fitting their offense. Now, that isn't me. I don't believe that. I believe these coaches are gonzo. They're morons. They're shoe salesmen. It's the same shit. And those of you combating back about Eberflus and his defense, let's take a look at the quarterbacks, as Shane has said, they're playing. Then the statistics get a little hairy because just like this network stands by, the stats lie.
The
tape
defense
doesn't.
The defense is gelling and starting to play better. That's fine. I'm not going to take that away from him. You have to go out and beat a competent NFL quarterback. At this point, the best one that they've beat is who? Sam Howell?
Right. I would say out of them, he's the best.
That's the best out of your
Yeah.
6 wins under Matt Eberflus.
Hey, listen.
Well, hold on. To my point, because what I said about Tyson Bagent was that he threw a lot of short passes also. You said
He threw down the field too.
Wait, okay.
So
Week
Goff
7. Week
Goff was
7.
balling.
This is week 7.
What did
This
he do
is
the last
Tyson
2
Bagent.
drives?
Look at all the. So my point was that you said they don't have confidence in Justin. I just think it's more that this offensive coordinator just doesn't want to have his quarterbacks throw the ball deep consistently. And so he's calling a lot of these short passes because Tyson Bagent definitely did a good job getting the ball out quick, but they were quick, short throws. So, I mean, if you
watched the tape, not those little dots.
Well, but
he was throwing the ball downfield. Did he complete the throws? No, not all of them.
These show the incompletions.
Right. But if we go to Justin's play
there's
chart,
only a couple over 10 yards.
And what was that?
This is week 7 when they beat the Raiders.
The Vegas game.
Yes. This is the Vegas game.
The very first play of the game, he went deep. Remember? And Darnell Mooney wasn't touched, and it should have been a score.
Oh, yeah, that was...
I don't... Listen, I'm looking at the tape in critical situations and what they're doing. I just don't think they are believing in Justin Fields. I'm with Shane there. I don't think they... combined with Chris Collinsworth's commentary, which was totally given to him and fed to him, that's how they feel about Justin. Justin, let's not forget, threw the coaches under the bus, only to come back because the Bears media guy called. We had, who was on talking about it? Was it Zach Pearson? Yeah, it was Zach talking about how they told everyone, Justin's going to talk to everybody to clear this up. There's a shitty organization, and then they're shittier, and that's Chicago. They're the worst. And the celebration of this shitty win is worse than T3P's podcast. It's worst. We're in the worst possible situation because we are dealing with an offensive coordinator, to your point, Claudia. I'm not defending Getsy. I'm saying he's terrible.
I know you're not. I know.
He's the worst, but I don't believe they believe in him.
But now, do you think Ryan Poles believes in Fields?
Well, he didn't draft the guy. He has a big hug, so we're going to read into every guy. I don't give a fuck about Poles. I want him gone, too. I want them all gone. I don't want to see any of them. I told Cap the same thing. It's like, what do you mean? I go, I mean what I mean. He chose this fucking coach. Whether Bill Polian helped him choose it or not, you got to have a fucking character and stand for something. I don't believe in Coach Eberflus.
Does anybody want to tell him?
Barroom. Well,
we don't need them either. Attention. Get your mind right.
Oh boy.
The reality is, oh God, you're in our chat, bro. Shut the fuck up and go away then. If you don't need us, why are you here then?
He wants to come on. He asked for the link. So
tell him to DM. I'm not looking him up.
DM Claudio.
At Wazram. My Twitter @ is right there, T3P. Send me a DM. I'll get you the link.
There you go. He'll come
keep it classy, though. You come on, all right? Keep it classy.
I don't have to because I won't.
No, not you. I was talking to him.
Oh,
no, but he's saying he won't. He doesn't have to because Shane won't. Anyway,
I just don't. I don't listen. We do what we do here, and if people want to show up in the chat and go against practically everything that comes out of our mouth, they don't enjoy it when they get called out. And that's what T3P's done that. He doesn't just do it on this show. He does it on other places. I've talked to other people that are like, who's this dude? He knows that he does it. It's fine. I get it. But if you want to talk shit or call shit out when you get called out, don't get upset, man. It's fine. It is what it is.
I just want to finish this off and say I've been right about coaches, right? I've been right about these things. I'm right about this. You can't.
T3P also really, really bad at math. Also real bad at math. It's
oh my God.
WASRAM T3P. You must be looking at the wrong dude. It's fine.
So anyway, as an offensive coordinator, your responsibility.
I'll go look up his numbers on YouTube if he wants to
get this guy Fields in the offense that works well for Justin Fields, not your offense.
Yeah.
And I've talked about the good coaches, the bad coaches, and the great coaches. The great coaches understand I don't run my offense. I run what my skill players, especially my quarterback, do well. And there's so many shoe salesmen in the NFL that are friend of a friend and they have tagged along, and all of a sudden, hey, they're there. They're not proving shit. That's why you have these guys. I don't want he's a great play call. Great. Could he fucking lead a locker room? Could he make a critical decision? Does he understand when to challenge? Does he understand to get in the ref's ass if there's a situation where your player's face mask is pulled off and you're getting a critical 15-yard penalty after a turnover with an offense that's struggling? You need every fucking yard. So you go on the fucking field. Oh, Phil, you get a penalty. Good. I'll make it 30-yard, but I'm going to send my message to these fucking guys in the league, in the refs, that this kid is, and our team is being punished because you're being a dumbass dick. And I would get right in the official's face. If he wants to throw another fucking flag, look at the fucking tape, you asshole. You're trying to be a commander. You're trying to be a fucking ruler, dictator out here, instead of recognizing the kid got pulled into the fucking off the sideline and his face mask got ripped off. But we're penalizing us because he took it off his face because he looked like Gizmo from the Flintstones or whatever. Fuck that dude's name was. Floating over the Flintstones head.
I'm pretty sure Gizmo wasn't on the Flintstones, but
Gizmo was a gremlin, right? Whatever that Flintstone guy, DP3's podcast, whatever it was, this offensive coordinator should have been fired yesterday. It's despicable. And you're right, Claudio. These other teams that are pushing to the playoffs, they're making moves to understand the cultural and the fit of their team. And this team isn't. We're just going to Luke Getsy, the whole fucking world. I saw.
Well, listen, we got Bear fans everywhere. Steeler fans are everywhere, right? Did you notice they were chanting "Fire Canada" everywhere at hockey games, at college games? Like you watching Game Day, College Game Day, fucking with McAfee. They're fucking chanting it. Can the Bear fans out there do the same thing?
I agree.
Just start chanting it.
I said it to do it at the.
You go to the fucking subway. Just start fucking chanting it. Like just chanting it everywhere.
The dude went to the fucking wrestling and held it up with TTNL Fire Eberflus. You put it everywhere. Eberlus. I want to get that guy.
I think you could fire Getsy easier than you could fire Eberflus right now. I don't know. I think that would come first.
Well,
firing the OC. Because honestly, look, I mean, our defense. I haven't looked at the tape. Obviously, I can't break down tape like you, but the defense is definitely playing better. We're getting more pressure. The defense is playing
traded
better.
for Montez Sweat.
So you got to give some credit to.
Sorry, Mike Lombardi.
You had to talk to your GM. Had to talk to your coach to put your players in critical. Hey, you might want to keep Montez in on critical. Who has to do that to a coach? Like, you don't have to do that to me. I'm telling them to rub some fucking dirt on it. Get the fuck back in there. We need you. But Eberflus, come on. Guy's gone. He's terrible. Anybody defending that? I heard Lance Briggs. I'm like, is Lance Briggs in a mental institution talking in a padded cell?
Lance is all in on continuity, and then he wants.
Oh my God!
He wants the Bears
get him on the show.
Draft an edge player, an offensive tackle, or a 3-tech. They drafted 3-tech in the top 5.
Oh my God!
It's gonna be a special draft night show. I tell you that.
Frank, if you chant that at church, you better fucking film it. You better fucking
That'd
film
be fucking great.
I want to see it. Screen. Look, like that. Woman, potatoes, tomatoes, just screen. Fire fucking Getsy. Just fire this guy. Fire Eberflus. It's time to move on. Put your big boy pants on If Fields is here next year, Badgen deserves to compete for the QB1, especially if you draft May or Caleb. Nobody would know if Tom Brady, if the Pats give him a chance to compete number 1.
I don't know how to break it to you, but
if you draft Caleb,
let's just say they draft Caleb Williams number 1. He's your starter.
No, I agree.
It's that simple.
I think he forgets that Drew Bledsoe got hurt, and that what prompted him in there. It wasn't like he wasn't showing anything. But I'm always competition breeds success. So yeah, there's always competition. The problem I have with coaches is the politics. I've always preached that. So if Caleb comes in here, he's competing, they're all competing, you go with the best to win, but you draft a guy number 1, he is the future. And that's that. I mean, until proven wrong. You got Brock Purdy over there to show you that. Mike Williams, just this simple. Not that they don't trust Fields, it's that they don't have a clue how to use player. That's my thing. I think it's 2. I think it's both. I don't think they trust him, and I don't think they know how to use him correctly. It's both of those things. They're awful.
Fields also got to mix. I mean, he made some great plays last game, but he also made some plays like the one where Mooney got popped. I mean, you got to make that throw. When he overthrows him and he gets popped.
Bro.
You got to make that throw.
He missed some throws. I'll be breaking it down this week for the patrons. He missed throws. He's got to make. He didn't see players open. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'm seeing the same things with Justin Fields. But again, for me, it's hard to give him the proper analysis because his offensive coordinator is so fucking lost. I don't remember one play under center. Maybe there was a toss play. I can't remember. They were in the shotgun the whole fucking game. They're so worried about the blitz. I mean, that's where you make people pay. That's where you use 13, 11, 12 personnel, 22 personnel. You use these personnels to your benefit because you know they're going to go.
T3P, I don't block people on Twitter. I have no clue.
This guy's still whining, trying to make an excuse.
What's your put your Twitter at in the chat, T3P. And I'll
T3P. Oh.
And I'll go in and make sure that
hit me up on Twitter. I didn't block nobody.
Hit Claudio. He'll give you
at TTNL
Network. Do that.
At TTNL Barber.
Yep. Hit me up, and then Shane could text me the link, and then
next we'll
get the show on.
Shane,
the road.
why didn't you pay my cell phone bill, bro? I can't come on.
I don't have any speakers.
Shane, somebody turned the power.
Aren't charged.
You just got a tornado. Power went out.
I don't know what time it is. Look behind Claudio.
It's right there.
Fucking
It's
losers
right there.
on the East Coast and your Bears fans. You fucking frauds. I am Spotify, motherfucker.
The Great Gazoo. That was it. Kentucky.
Where's
The
Mr.
great-
That's
Gazoo?
it.
We need
That's
to get him
who
back on the
fucking-
show.
Poor T3P is fucking Gazoo. That's his new nickname. Don't even call him T3. It's Gazoo. Just like our guy, Kyler Gordon, looked like the Great Gazoo with his face mask broke. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like those new helmets. I can't stand them. Like, what's it? Edwards Zelaire. How do you say his name?
Oh, Edwards Elaire.
Elaire.
Yeah.
I hate his helmet. Same with the kid from Michigan, the running back Edwards.
Yeah,
he
it's
has
all
that.
for
Looks like a
concussions.
motorcycle.
Well, so you've seen Ezekiel Elliott's, right? It looks like a snowmobile helmet.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
looks like. I hate it. The Great Gazoo, a legend among short dudes. Thank you, Bill Wack. I didn't know you had it. I couldn't remember the Gazoo.
He called people dum-dums.
Fucking Gizmo.
Gazoo called people
dum-dums. That's why he's going. That's why it's T3P.
Well, hopefully he comes on and it's going to be
Claudio, you blocked me.
Claude, you too?
I don't think I know how to block people on Twitter. What are you talking about? I don't go on Twitter, dude.
Next is going to be, Phil, why you always tweeting me so much, bro?
You'd be like, yo, where's your MySpace at? I'm on MySpace. You don't have MySpace? Hit me up on MySpace.
Chanted at church.
Probably a middle linebacker, Claude.
Get rid of. Who would you rather get rid of, T3P or Coach Eberflus? I'm going Eberflus.
Yeah, me too. I have no problem with T3P. It gets nauseating to see, and it's not just him. I probably went on a little too strong, but my point is, you come in here to obviously go against everything that is said. That's my point. People do that, and we will react to shit like that. I'm sure your show is wonderful. I take back everything that I said on that. I'm still waiting for your DM, by the way.
Listen,
I blame this all on Cherie. She didn't come to the show tonight. That's why
Cherie would keep things in line.
Speed dating. She might be in Briggs's Lamborghini as well.
Yeah, she's getting ready for training.
Training. I think I was listening to Lance on with David Kaplan, friend Cap.
Yeah, that was a hard.
Even listen. Hoodie.
Yeah,
got at him. Maybe you have some PS. Hoodie tried to play it off like he wasn't taking a shot, but it totally was. Was a shot at him.
Lance wants to maintain, keep continuity, keep Justin in place, and keep building. But he wants to draft a defensive end, an offensive tackle, or a 3-tech, and a 3-tech.
Right. And he wouldn't take a quarterback with the first overall pick. He said he would
or a wide
down.
or
a
Marvin
receiver.
Harrison. He would not take Marvin Harrison.
He said he'd just trade down. Now, I didn't hear Cam Newton. Did you, Shane? Apparently, he spoke on Justin Fields. So you guys will have to catch us up on that. I didn't hear that. But listen, I'm not with Lance and the Lamborghini on this stuff. This you got to get rid of Eberflus. I believe Poles should be gone. That's where I am right now.
I'm all over the map. Seemingly, I know Cars had made a comment. He's like, every day it seems like I change my mind on what. It's not that we're changing our mind on what we want to happen, but we're changing our mind on what we think that they're going to do, about what is going to happen. Like I said, when I saw Kevin Warren down in there standing up front, nodding his head with everything that Eberflus was saying, I put myself in that position if I was the president of the Chicago Bears and I knew that I was going to launch this dude into the sun in 5 weeks. Am I sitting there in the locker room up front with the players, clapping my hands and nodding my head to everything this guy says? No, absolutely not. I may be in there. I'm not going to be up front and present and nodding my head with what he says.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even be there, honestly.
I would be, because I would want to see. I wouldn't miss seeing DeMarcus Walker looking at his phone while this is what I'll tell everybody in the chat. Go watch Eberflus's speech and go watch when Justin Fields speaks to the locker room. When Justin Fields speaks to the locker room, everybody is focused on Justin Fields, every word. When Matt Eberflus speaks, DeMarcus Walker's flipping through his phone. A couple players are paying attention. They didn't seem locked in to me.
Yeah.
And I think that is significant.
Of course, they tune them out. Bro, any coach, I gave you my speech after that game. I want them to be eyes on a bigger prize, not on this bullshit win. I'm not going to fucking paint a pig with lipstick and try to sell it as something other than it is. We kicked fucking 4 field goals in a game we should have won. Any coach would have won 28-3 against them.
Yeah.
Could have been 35-3. They don't have a killer's instinct. They don't.
And we should have won the game the week before.
Exactly.
I mean,
they
you should have won that game too. So if you have a 2-game winning streak, you beat the Lions, then you beat the Vikings. Maybe you have a little bit more reason to actually celebrate.
Chicago has not won 2 games in how long, Shane?
In a row.
Back-to-back games in 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Guess what? This guy's coached 2 of those 3. It's his first fucking win against a division opponent. And people are thinking he should come back? What fucking church are you going to?
You guys
for
want
this
to hear
miracle?
Cam Newton?
I want to know where Otis Nichols goes to church. Who else, Shane? I'm naming every motherfucker that believes in put your name to Eberflus. Because I'll tell you right now, you stick with him, you're fucking sinking with the Titanic next year again.
Claude's got
who?
Cam
Newton.
Cam Newton talking about Justin Fields.
Could we just play the audio? Because I don't know if
it's on Colin Cowherd. We're gonna get dinged for being on Colin.
I don't know. If we could play the audio, there's a way share audio only.
Okay, hold on. Let me take it off.
You take it off and put it back and just audio only. I forget how to do it. But that's what I'm saying. What are we doing here? We're gonna just continue. You did the same shit with Matt Nagy. It didn't change. Got worse.
Right. And Phil, what you and I had I don't want to say it was a long conversation today, but we were going kind of not a debate with one another, but bouncing ideas off of one another on the situation. And you kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier when you're saying we didn't really get the chance with Justin because of the game plan and how Getsy was, screen, everything out of the shotgun and all of that. To me, the way that you get your answer on the direction, a definitive answer, is if you hire Jim Harbaugh. Yeah. If you hire Jim Harbaugh and Jim Harbaugh comes in and says, Justin's my guy, we're going to move around the draft, build up a war chest of picks to build up the team. I know that Justin's my guy. I know that I can coach this kid. He's got what I want. Then that is your answer.
Yeah. He's the only guy. Like I said to you, I know I have said this many times. I know I'm first, never last when it came to Harbaugh. I wanted him prior to him going to Stanford over Dick Duran. Then I wanted him over Lovey and all of these motherfuckers because I know this guy is the right guy to do it. Now we're here. But if Jim Harbaugh came and said, listen,
right,
I want to come here. I know how to fix it. I want Justin Fields. Fields stays. Poles goes. Simple as that. What Harbaugh wants, he should get. And if he believes in it, then I believe in it.
I do think Harbaugh. I think this is his number one option dream. Albert Breer.
The Bears are backed into a corner, Shane, like we said on the phone today.
Yeah.
And you said it right. Kevin Warren has to have no allegiance in this. He has to understand one thing. Don't roll out the red carpet, like you said.
Yeah, it's not a horse and pony show. You're Kevin Warren. This is the way that you handle this. And let's just say that that George is scared or whatever of Jim because, history there. And listen, there's a history with Kevin Warren and Jim Harbaugh where I guess there was some tension over the way that the COVID situation in the Big Ten was handled and all of that. But if you're Kevin Warren and you go to George, it's pretty simple. You say, listen, you brought me here to build a stadium, to right this ship and get this franchise going in the right direction. And there's one guy for that. That's it's that simple. It's that simple.
He's the leader that you need. I don't give a fuck. How many times does this guy have to prove himself? Like, what are you talking about? The Bears will never hire Kerry. What are you talking? They'll never hire a winner. Then they suck. That's the reason. That's the problem. Jim Harbaugh, 49, I believe, and 12, or is it 49 and 14 as an NFL coach? Went to the Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick. Let's look at what this guy does, where he goes to Michigan, he goes to Stanford. Oh, Stanford can't win. High education, merits there. Can't recruit. Wins. Goes to Michigan. Wins. Give us winners. What resume do you need? I don't care. People say he's a little crazy. Yeah, they're all all the great ones are a little crazy in the head. Given 16 to 18 hours a day will do that to you. So got to get that kind of person in here. He has
Cap said he was out on Harbaugh if, with the sanctions and all of that. And Phil and I, we talked about that too. But I understand the integrity of the game and all. It's great to say college athletics is dirty everywhere.
Arkansas coach is coming back. I mean,
Bobby Petrino.
Drop the mic. Petrino's back in the city, in the fucking team that he got fired with all of these whores and what? Like, let's pause here. As Cool Kennedy was at pause because Jim Harbaugh's sign bullshit and is feeding his players hamburgers. How about all the great things he's done? Let's list those things off when we're handling it. Sign me up for a guy that's going to understand, hey, Justin is the guy or isn't the guy. I could see through all the bullshit of Coach Eberflus and Getsy and whatever they were trying to do here. This kid is the real deal. Now we're trading out of 1. We're getting to 3. We pick Marvin Harrison. We pick an offensive tackle. Jim Harbaugh loves Bowers.
It does depend who's 2.
Yeah, whoever. I'm just saying this is his plan. I'm just
Marvin Harrison could go to Arizona.
So let's trade down 1. Let Arizona pick Caleb Williams because they don't like their quarterback now. And then you go that route because the head coach, who is a fucking great coach, said so. And you believe that. I'm with you, Kentucky Bear. I'm never changing my opinion, not for no fucking person, about Caleb Williams. I know what I've seen. I care less about the fingernails. I don't care about him crying with his mom. I embrace emotion.
Well, I was going to say, what do you think about that? You thought that was
what, him crying?
Some people about him crying, because some people were saying that
I
was just.
I think it's great.
Too much. And
he's a kid. He had an emotion, and he loves his mom. But say he was crying. Say he wasn't crying. Like, fuck this fucking. I have a problem with those guys. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, the only thing that I didn't like him not talking to the media. That was bullshit. That's a low
that was
class
a prima donna move.
It is, and
don't do it.
Well, you have to take it into
worry about it.
You have to take it into consideration in a market like Chicago because listen, let's just say it doesn't work out. The Bears decide to move on from Justin. Caleb's their guy at number 1. They draft him. He goes out there and he has a 3 interception game as a rookie because guess what? Those games are going to happen. It happens to every rookie in the NFL. CJ Stroud just had a 3-pick game. It's not that if you can recover and play better the next game, it's can you handle the fucking media firestorm in Chicago? Because it's different than what CJ Stroud is facing in Houston. The media storm. It's way different. It's just totally different. And I am not going to question Caleb Williams' talent on the field. This is another thing that Phil and I talked about today. I need to know with Caleb, and I have no ability to find that out because I'm not going to have a chance to sit down with the kid. I would love to. I'd love to find out for myself who this guy is, who this kid is. Is he a leader? Can he lead men? Can he be the face of a franchise? Can he lead the face of a franchise in the 3rd largest market in the world? That's a big fucking deal, man. Yep. Because you can be the most talented player on earth, and if you're not at this position, you have to be the ultimate leader.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and how you handle adversity shows who you are and how good of a leader you are. So when he has a bad game, he's got to be able to take the hits and take the questions and answer them and say, hey, we're going to move forward and be a leader. You can't just ignore it and try to avoid it. That's not what a leader would do. So,
well, I have a lot of questions about Justin as the leader as well. I've seen moments where I don't think he's a great leader.
I don't
offends people. I don't.
It doesn't
really
offend
care.
me. I just don't. I don't.
I don't see it either.
Questioning his leadership at all. You can say you don't like the visor and all of that shit. That's fine. I don't think that has, to me, anything to do with leadership. I can see it physically when he speaks in the locker room that everybody's fucking. Phil, we saw Mitch Trubisky in the fucking huddle on the field talking to the players, and Bilal Nichols looks at the fucking camera and rolls his eyes. And I'm like, that's your fucking quarterback, his pre-game speech. To me, Justin's work ethic and his leadership, to me, it's rock solid.
Here's my thoughts on Justin. Athletically, elite. Physical build, elite. He's checked 2 boxes. His ability to process, read, and anticipate, which are 3 different qualities, are all in the average to below. That's where NFL quarterbacks have the ability to improve. You can improve your processing by knowing everybody's assignment and knowing the coverage, studying, constantly going through it. Working in a shitty offense affects that.
100%, yeah.
Right? Working with players that don't give a fuck, aren't knowing their assignments, and you're expecting them. That's why Tom Brady and Dan Marino and Elway would flip out on these fucking receivers, because they're supposed to be here, because this is the coverage. This is what I'm doing. I'm putting myself in the fucking pocket, taking a shot, and you're not there, not knowing your fucking assignment. So those things affect this kid. So for me, those 3 things go back to the coach. The coach doesn't understand what he does well. He doesn't embrace simplifying and using Justin's elite athleticism and strength to the Bears' benefit. And Justin has a good arm. He's accurate, but he's not precise in his ability to anticipate and throw those balls. And that
where do you see him not being a leader, though? That's fundamentals of a quarterback.
I don't
like
it's me.
and character.
I've said it to Shane. I don't see him engaged when he was out. He's wearing sunglasses. He comes out onto the field with a fake visor to start the game.
But Phil, that you're only seeing little tiny snippets.
But this is what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? But Tyson Bagent came out and said that he was with him all the time.
I'm not saying he's not a great leader. Or I'm saying I don't see a great leader. I see a leader. I don't know how he handles this adversity. The guy that backpedaled his comments, like, I was like, oh, okay, he is a competitive leader. And then he backpedaled it, and I was disappointed. So were you, Shane?
Yeah, I was disappointed because I think that the Bears came to him and said that. And listen, if I'm Justin, I'm standing on what I said.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's where I think a leader, everybody in the locker room should know. Okay, so my issue, just to go back, is the swag shit. I just think it makes other people look at you like, whatever.
Probably guys
That's the only thing.
Probably guys our age more so than his teammates.
Think his offensive linemen and other people look at it like, what the fuck, dude? Just you want to hear fucking shaded shield. But I think
what? Yeah, I'd be hear what Cam said.
Let me see. Yeah, let me see if you can you hear this? Can you hear it?
It's a little low.
Shares a lot of parallels with Fields as Cam.
There you go.
And here's what he had to say about the Bears getting the most out of their quarterback.
It's troubling sometimes to kind of talk about something that you kind of went through yourself. A lot of how he's playing, he's thinking too much. Right? I think when you have a dynamic quarterback like this, it's the KISS approach. Keep it super simple and let him do the rest.
Yeah. When I
had my best years in football, that was the premise. It wasn't the complex and checks and mic IDs and hold on, the safety's roll, this is the shade technique. Keep it simple, right? And allow that quarterback to, make your life easy as a play caller.
Yeah, but Cam Newton was a lot better than Justin Fields. Cam Newton was one of the greatest college.
So there you go.
There's Colin throwing fucking. He's a lot better than Justin. Oh my God. I am not saying I don't like Justin Fields. There's certain things about his body language that I feel like can be a direct influence from the coaches. I don't see he has that motherfucker, I'm going to show you right now. And that's what I've been wanting to see.
I think that's key to what you said right there, Phil. And I think that absolutely can play into it is you get to this level. I don't think that you expect complete incompetence all 3 years that you're in the fucking league. And listen, I'm not freeing him of his warts. There's lots of issues there that he needs to work on. Josh Lucas pointed out something today. He was on with Hogan Johns talking about Justin Fields, and he said if it's him, as talented as Justin is, he said I'm drafting a quarterback at number one. And he said Josh Lucas said that today. And he goes, guys, if you want to see what encapsulates what Justin Fields has been in the league, and he goes, I'm not just saying it's him. This could be from coaching. He said, just go back to the last game against the Minnesota Vikings on the final drive and watch the second down play and then watch the third down play that he went 36 yards to DJ Moore. The second down play, he said he was in the pocket. He had time. He was erratic with his feet. His eyes were all over the place. And what do you see right there? Tyler Scott, wide open in the middle of the field. And Justin wasn't even ready to throw him the ball. Boom, he had to get rid of it. Next down, ball snapped. Boom, steps up, rips it 36 yards. He said that's two completely opposite ends of the spectrum
on two different
consecutive plays.
The consistency isn't there.
That's not just Justin's issue. It is a coaching issue along with it.
Christina Lucio. I think she's got to be Italian. Justin has it. He needs a leader. This is what I'm talking about.
No.
A leader head coach says, take the motherfucking sunglasses the fuck off and helps this kid grow into the man that he is going to be.
So
in a society, give everybody awards, Claudio. Give them all soccer award. Give everybody. Don't say any negatives. We're worried about Justin's feelings. God forbid we heard. This is the problem. You need a man, a real head coach, not a guy trying to be a head coach, not a guy. You're losing the locker room. So
if Harbaugh's not it, though, if Harbaugh's not it, because I was actually going to ask you guys about Harbaugh. So his chances of coming to the NFL or coming to Chicago, do you think it's better if Michigan won the championship or if they don't win a championship this year? Or do you think it doesn't matter? He's going to leave.
I think he's done with the NCAA.
He's leaving no matter what, you think?
I think so, yeah.
This is the perfect time to strike for Mr. Harbaugh.
Yeah, I just think it's time. You know, I mean, it seems to be perfect timing.
I'll clear this up, Christina, for you. I don't give a fuck about nails. Okay, nails ain't gonna affect the flow of the football. I've played with a visor. I've coached kids trying to play with a visor. They can't. It affects their timing.
No, but he can't come into the fucking NFL and write.
I agree. He won't
about the other fucking teams on his nails.
Like, bro, don't.
I would walk up to him and say, "All right, that shit ends."
But
today.
You got to have the right person. The GM can't be a pussy. Neither could the head coach. But I'll say this: Caleb Williams throws in anticipation. Caleb Williams' mechanics are very solid. I mean, elite level release point. Dan Marino, like, I mean, that's high praise. This kid, you get caught up in the wins and losses with the shittiest defense and doesn't have a lot of talent. And I just tell you, he ain't Ryan Leaf. I know that.
Johnny Football and Ryan Leaf. That's what he's.
No.
Breaking news. The Tape Never Lies Network. Breaking news.
It's a quick update. My DMs are still empty.
Yeah, mine too. I'm on the Twitter. I'm looking at the little envelope. No blue dot. Not yet. What are you going to do?
I'll clear up another thing just so it's clear because someone will manipulate. It's not just the visor on game day. So some people wear the visor quarter. I don't agree with the visor. It's coming out with a tinted or mirrored visor in warm-ups and then changing it. If that shit's more important than the game and the plan, how you look before, then you're doing it wrong. I would tell that to him to his face.
But do you think it has anything to do with the epilepsy? People say that sometimes he's doing it to get his eyes adjusted to the. I'm just saying what
fucking show for just asking that shit.
I am asking what some people.
You must have missed that show, Claude.
Yeah, we did. Show probably
we went back and forth.
I'm saying it so you can say it to people that maybe haven't heard.
Oh yeah, no. Justin was on with Big Cat, Barstool Big Cat, and they asked him specifically about the epilepsy and the vibe. He's like, no, man, it's all for swag. It's all about swag. And he's like, you realize
my point.
A quarterback has never won a Super Bowl that wears a visor. He's like, oh no. He's like, really? He's like, I didn't realize that. Maybe I should take it off. But
and I was like, yeah, bro.
Past off season.
Watch how much better you are with it off.
Well, with that being said, Jalen Hurts wears a.
The other thing is, yeah. The other thing is, it's the pregame visor, Claudio, that I have the biggest issue with.
Yeah, Phil's talking about he comes out with the orange mirrored.
Oh, I know. Every time I watch the game, every
Yeah.
time I'm over at Phil's house watching a game, he's like, "This motherfucker with the fucking visor." Every time it comes out,
I would put an end to that so quick. I would literally bench his ass if he brought it out there. That's how I'd be like, you don't need swag. You know what the best swag is? The scoreboard at the end of the motherfucking game. Forget about your stats. Forget about all that shit. Go out there and be the best quarterback. That's it. I don't know why Christina's so infatuated with the fucking nails versus visor. They're like, last time a fingernail affected the ball's spiral will be the first time, unless you got it pulled off.
Yeah, and he just can't. I mean, you have to nix that. He can't have like "fuck the Vikings" painted on his
you can't.
fingernails.
You don't give anybody ammunition. Don't.
Yeah, not in this fucking league. When you're beating, Valdosta State 78-3, and you have that painted on your fingernails. I mean, that's one thing, but
Jamal gets me. Every fucking coach I know says the same thing I do. It is a fucking distraction. You're worried more. You're OBJ. You're more worried about how you look than how you're gonna play. Like that stuff, don't do it. Same with the nails.
You said ODB.
I wouldn't tolerate the fucking nails, but that doesn't.
And so this is another thing where the official mustache of the TTNL, Daniel, says, "What if Harbaugh comes to the Bears and he wants JJ McCarthy for quarterback?" I'm not sold that if Harbaugh becomes the head coach, that he's going to want to roll with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
And so this is the thing that I've kind of been throwing around in my head is, so you have Justin under contract for year 4, but in May you would have to decide on the 5th-year option, and that would be for 2025. So you would pick that up in May if Harbaugh came and wanted to roll with Justin. So that would give him 2 full seasons to see. If you have the number 1 pick along with that, and you're going to be able to sell the number 1 pick in this draft with Caleb Williams there, if you have it, for the largest compensation package in the history of the NFL draft. If you think that the Bears got a lot last year, if they decide to stay with Justin and sell number 1 to give somebody the right to draft Caleb Williams, you wait till you see what they get this year for that. And so this is my point. So you build up that war chest. And where did Ryan Poles come from? If Ryan Poles is here, Ryan Poles came from Kansas City. Kansas City in 2017 they had Alex Smith as their quarterback. The guy that's been in the league for, obviously a long time, and injuries and all of that. They had him playing well. They went from number 27 to number 10 in the draft in a move up to come get Mahomes. That becomes a viable option. It doesn't have to be this year. It doesn't even have to be next year, because at that point you would have picked up Justin Fields' 5th-year option. So now you have another 2-year window with Justin while you're trying to figure out if he's next or who's next, while you have a treasure trove of draft picks this year, next year, and the year after that.
Sounds good.
That situation is pretty hard to beat.
I mean, what Harbaugh did with Colin Kaepernick, I mean, Justin Fields, I think, talent-wise, is leaps and bounds better than Colin Kaepernick. So what he could do with Justin would be very.
Did Dennis Rodman paint his nails? I think he was fine. Like, let it fucking go. Like, seriously,
flipping out about the nails.
God, the nails. The nails are the last thing I'm worried about. Really, it doesn't affect the game. I would put an end to it, It's because you're just setting yourself up, going back to Caleb. But I wouldn't.
How did
do
he
that.
I mean, Leo, so he undersold it, and that would.
You can't say got lucky.
Undersold.
The whole thing is a luck shoot.
Well, yeah, all of it is, but
in your
opinion, that's the most. You went down to nuts. So let me give you the actual list that you got. I don't know how it's undersold.
Leo, I gotta disagree with you here.
Let me give you the entire thing here. Give me 2 seconds. I'll bring it up.
Well, I will say this as we wait for what we got, that what we got to do is clearly get rid of the head coach. Justin Fields is not problem 1, 2, or 3 in my book. So the new coach is going to decide for me if Justin stays here or not. All these other things, I didn't hear Cam Newton's comments, but we literally said the same thing without even knowing he's saying it. I said, this offensive coordinator doesn't know how to keep it simple for Justin and embrace his elite athleticism and his power, even in critical situations where it's 3rd and 2. It's 2 down territory in your brain. Get the fuck out of shotgun, get under center, and run the ball, fully knowing you're getting back to the huddle with Justin to run a quarterback sneak, or you're running QB sweep with 2 guys in front of him. Whatever you're doing, it's Justin with the ball in his hand. This guy doesn't do that. It's in the gun, gonna go down the pyramid and mesh, even if we're knowing we're not reading it, but we're going to read it. We're going to read it, and we're putting ourselves going back. My saying is this, Christina. If never go gun to get one, it's moron. It's like a moron. And the Bears do it all the fucking time. So the situational football needs to be better. Keeping it simple for Justin. Boot action, run the ball, action game, solid blocking all around for the guy, and let him make his plays. He can do it. He's a see it, throw it guy. That's what he is. I saw DG Daniels bringing back Richard Todd's name. And that's a great – the inconsistency from week to week was Richard Todd's story. 500-yard passing week with Wesley Walker and Al Toon. And the next week, it's fucking 6 picks or 48 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. What, 48 yards? Yeah. Go ahead. You have
so the Panthers traded the 2023 first rounder, number 9 overall. That ended up, the Bears pick, and then the Bears went down 1 more pick with Philly. So you got a first rounder in 2023 that became Darnell Wright, a 2023 second rounder, number 61 overall, that the Bears actually moved. They got Tyreek Stevenson, 2024 first rounder, 2025 second rounder, and wide receiver DJ Moore. I mean, my Lord.
So he's saying we could have got more. That's what he's saying. Undersold. So he thinks that.
Yeah,
that was in his opinion. I don't
from somebody else. I agree. I don't think we.
I mean, maybe.
But I mean, you got to be happy with it, even if we could have got more. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
but you can't say that you got lucky because they were playing decent last year. I talked about this on BHL, so I'll give you the whole. This is everything that the Carolina Panthers traded last year, and then I'll give you what they got in return. So they traded a 2023 first, a 2023 second, a 2024 first, a 2025 second, wide receiver DJ Moore, running back Christian McCaffrey, a 2023 third rounder, a 2023 fourth rounder, a 2024 fourth rounder. They traded all of that. And what did they get in return? They got Bryce Young, and third-round edge rusher DJ Johnson, who on the year has 6 tackles and 0 sacks. That's not getting lucky. That's
I agree.
Bad franchising from top to bottom.
Listen, we want to have club dub every week when Carolina loses. You have a fucking club dub. All right? Forget about when we win.
Have a club dub on the bus home. Don't oversell this shitty win. First time you've won. You're 7-22 as a fucking head coach. Have some integrity for the game of football and the culture you're trying to build.
Yeah, there's no 6-year deals, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a 5. That's why they have the 5th-year option. It's not a 6-year deal.
And listen, I don't give a fuck. You have to keep trying to find the right coach, because guess what? Consistently, the Chicago Bears have done well. Guess what they've done well? Lose. That's what you've done well. And when you do that, I don't care. Another coaching staff, he's got to learn. Yes. Guess what? The language is football. Learn it. If fucking Josh Dobbs fucking went over there for, he's a scientist, whatever. He's an astronaut. He learned the fucking offense in 4 days. We had Darrington Evans on the show. I signed on Friday. I was playing on Sunday. Know the game of football. You got no problem. Get the right coach in here. They'll teach it. And you believe in it. You got the wrong ones here. And that's why you are what you are. And Denny Green was right. Who they thought we were. You're losing. Losing in historic fashions.
Right.
Historic. And some asshole will argue, well, we won in a historic fashion.
Another
not in a good way.
Another good point.
In a good way.
Another good point that Josh Lucas brought up today. He said, and this is conversations. He said the conversation within Hallis Hall, what he thinks. If they have the number 1 pick, he think it would be between Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. He thinks, but then he said that he believed that you would still have to go for Caleb Williams. But he said, if you decided that you wanted to go Marvin Harrison Jr., before that happens, you have to go to Justin Fields and his agent, and I believe it's David Mulata. And this is not my words. This is coming directly from Josh Lucas. He said, Mulata has been connected to a ton of high-profile players in the NFL and has gotten them off of their teams into different situations. And he's an extremely hard agent to deal with in terms of money. And he said this is something that will be a factor because
I can't getting that factor.
You cannot pay
Leo
Justin Fields a top end of the market contract. Can't do it. Can't.
That right there is the mic drop that we never you do, but we never talk about it. We say, are you going to pay this guy $250 million guaranteed? You going to pay Justin Fields? Has he earned that? No. There's no consistency in this kid. None. Show me that. All of these guys everybody gets so upset. They start attacking your fucking mom, for God's sake, for this shit.
That's my job.
But the reality is, has Justin Fields, in your brain, in your honesty, earned $250 million to stay here? Are you believing that? You paying that? I hope he's good. It's just the coach there. And I'm with you.
You don't.
I'm with you. You don't have to pay him.
You don't have to pay him that yet. That's the thing. So he would go next year. You would have to pick up his 5th year out. It's like May 3rd, I think, or May 2nd, which is after. It's right after the draft. right after the 2024 draft, you would have to pick up his 5th-year option. 5th-year option is adding 1 year to his deal, a 5th year, and that would come in around $25 million for a season. So his pay would jump up to around $25 million for 2025. So it'd essentially be
with you. I'm with Bullets here. Again, Claudio said it at my house the other day. My dad said it. The great ones overcome it. They do. They do. Listen, you called a shitty play, but I found the check down and made the right play. That's so he hasn't been consistent in the areas that I went over for you. If that offends anybody, show me on tape where I'm wrong. I'm not. He's got elite things. This moron calling the plays, the head coach as well, have not built what I'm telling you will be successful for Justin Fields. This is how you help a quarterback grow. You keep it simple, and you dare teams to stop you. Dare them. And then you counter that with something else. So you're always prepared. You don't go and fucking shotgun 4 receivers, start throwing bubble screen 18 times. That ain't getting it done. You're lucky you got 4 fucking picks. Because you don't get that, you still almost lost this fucking game. And let's just be honest here. This is the first time he's won in a 2-minute drill. Right? That, and he made 1 throw. One throw.
That's the thing that again, to get back to the conversation that Phil and I had today, I'm like, and I get it. It's the situation matters, but I'm like, only in Chicago are we saying that making a pass on 3rd down to a wide open wide receiver to set up a field goal is a step. That's a fundamental play that you see every week. And I'm not saying
we don't see it on the Bears.
This isn't me trashing Justin Fields. I'm just saying that he passed the football. He had a wide open completion to DJ Moore. That's a step, baby. It should never be a step. But real quick, just to this, Jordan Love didn't play. He's in year 4 right now, playing for the first time. That's why. And he got paid very, very, very handsomely for what he had shown. So, I mean, come on, man. It's a big, big difference. He understands. David Mulata isn't crazy. He's probably thinking, I'll get this fucking kid paid. I'll get him back home. I'll get him in a dome where he says he loves to be on turf with Bijan Robinson as his running back down in Atlanta. That's the way that the NFL works. It's not just agents dictate a lot, and money dictates everything.
And he fumbled twice in this game. He's fumbled 35 times in 35 games.
Yeah, that's that's gotta be.
There's no hiding those things for the Eric Alleys of the world. Is that his name? Eric, what's his name? He's always in the fucking chat. Eric Alley. This is for you, Eric. You can't hide from the fucking truth of tape. Fumbling the ball, missing open throws, making the wrong decision, missing the check down,
holding on to the ball too long,
holding on to the ball. These are the inconsistency things. Jamal said it. I don't know where his comment is, but he said, if we're talking about it in year 3, I said the same thing. When is it going to fix itself? So now the money is coming up here after next year. So that bookmark is there. Here you are, shitty coach, shitty offensive coordinator, no functional organization. And the reason why I say get rid of Polk, he should be cutting this shit right now. Right after that game, they were talking about getting rid of Eberflus after the Washington game if they lost. What has changed since then? Epic failures all around. You beat Josh Dobbs, man. Great job. Great job. Your backup quarterback won 2 games. Great job. This is a team that put out fucking Big Arm Nate to throw a fucking Hail Mary when what? Big Arm Nate? This culture sucks. The team around this guy's party after the game, like it was winning the NFC North. We're hugging. It's like, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is. It's going to be a very, very interesting post-season presser.
Oh my God. I don't even know what to expect now with a new president, with no Ted Phillips there to come up with the adjective.
Well,
for
that's
this year. Collaboration.
Funny, not to bring up Lucas again, but one thing that he said, he said, I don't know Kevin Warren, and it's going to be interesting to see what he's like. You know, is he going to be more hands-on in his first full year? He goes, when I was in Chicago, he said the president that we had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he talked about Ted. He said he was extremely hands-off. He had very, really nothing to do with our football decisions and, pathways that we decided to take, big moves. You're obviously running it by the higher ups, but it's going to be interesting because Kevin Warren has a lot at stake here. And, this is where you make the big money as a GM if you're Ryan Poles and if you're still in this position. Because now, like he said, Lucas referred to stripping down the team as the easy part. Trading off players and getting back compensation, that's the easy part. Now you have a roadblock in front of you, and you have to remove that roadblock and pick a path. Are you going to the right with Justin Fields? Are you going to the left with Caleb Williams? Are you, trading, whatever you're doing? This is the big decision. And if you're Kevin Warren, you have to trust that Ryan Poles and Ian Cunningham and the people that are in place are the right people to make that decision. So this is you thought last year was a big offseason moving forward. This one's 2 times, 3 times, 4 times bigger.
I always say this, and I, can't wait to go to Ralph Barf's show when he does his show so I can sit and watch it.
He's number 16 on Spotify.
Probably.
Overall.
I would love to see his show, his analysis, his name to shit.
Where'd T3P go? He bounced.
He left.
Disappeared.
He's going to get his headset.
He's gonna have a podcast show bashing us, and he'll get the most.
All of these guys, like
all 7 people listening to
like somebody else.
Say Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence goes 1 as I had him ranked. Trevor Lawrence was my number 1 quarterback. Okay. Number 2 was Mac Jones, and 2B was Justin Fields. But let's just turn this around and say Trevor Lawrence goes 1. The Jets take Justin Fields. Is Justin Fields a different quarterback with the Jets? Yes. Yes, he is. Because there's a different philosophy and a different understanding of someone who might know, hey, we got to do this with Justin Fields. See, the Bears have they allowed Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace in a season they should have been fired in to draft Justin Fields. Do you understand the difference? That's the thing. Now Mac Jones having problems with a shitty New England team. There's no fucking talent where's the talent in New England at receiver? Where offensive line? I hear my dad talking about this team they're in a fucking whole rebuild. So where you go in the culture, if you're in the middle of something great, you could be great. That's how it is. Aaron Rodgers thought he was getting pissed off sitting behind Brett Favre, turned out to be the greatest thing for his career. And now he is where he is. This is the NFL, man. And that's coaching. So there is zero questions about Justin Fields' talent. There's zero questions about his elite athleticism, his arm strength. All of that stuff is not. His coaches have done him no favors. So now we're here, inconsistent. Same things. That's what it is. Now, if a coach comes in here like Jim Harbaugh and says, we are going to build this football team around Justin Fields and what I believe he can do well now, and then once he's gained that confidence, we keep adding more until the whole thing is together. When I look at Getsy, it's like Madden. 2 receivers, 3 receivers, everyone in the gun, come back, do something. There's nothing, I've said it 100 times, nothing counters itself in his offense. There's nothing to hang your hat on. It's the same thing with Matt Nagy. There's no identity, none. And that's the problem. And Justin falls a victim to it. Doesn't take away where we are. The inconsistency's there. Whether it's Justin's fault or it's the coach's fault is up to you to decide. For me, I believe it's the coach's fault. It doesn't take me away from analyzing Justin now. That's all I have. That's all I have.
So former Packers front office guy Andrew Brandt tweeted out today, Justin Fields has flaws, no doubt, but my sense is the Bears will stick with him and leverage another quarterback desperate team for a trade package, just as they did with the Carolina Panthers, using that Carolina pick that they acquired. They can continue to build the key pieces of this team moving forward, courtesy of Carolina.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of him, Brandt.
Oh, no, I'm not saying
I see what
I'm a fan either, but I'm just that's his opinion, but obviously he knows people within the NFL, and I don't think he's giving inside information either. But at the end of the day, if Ryan Poles is here, it's coming down to, does he believe? If you want to look at things too, if you're not 100% sold on a quarterback and your allegiance to him moving forward, it's pretty hard to look at Ryan Poles coming into the locker room and giving QB1 that big old bro hug. You know?
I agree with you.
Would you have done that to Nick Foles? You know what I mean? Things like that, you can take them with a grain of salt, but sometimes
did he hug Tyson Bagent like that?
I don't know. Justin Fields did.
There was no camera there to show you.
Yeah.
That's my point. It's like there's different. They want a message to be sent. We know the media.
Yeah, but Phil, there's cameras on these dudes 24/7. Do you really think Ryan Poles is walking in and says, "Fuck, there's a camera. I'm gonna go over."
No. I don't mean that.
Yeah.
To clear it up. I'm just saying the media department decided not to promote that. Neither did the Bears. If we remember that, they didn't even let the kid take the final kneel down. And me and you had issue with that.
Yeah.
That's a terrible coaching staff. Kid wins his first road game. Well, that was the first home game they've won.
Yeah.
This season. And they didn't even let him take the final knee. Oh. Mike Henneman. I think Jaden Daniels is coming on as a real possibility.
Not up top.
I like his athleticism, his attitude. Kept getting better in college. I think he would be a bold. My father, Coach O, wants him in New England.
Yeah,
he loves that kid.
He needs to work on that frame a bit. Just say that.
It is what it is. I'm not afraid of his frame at all. I'm there with that. I like that kid.
Yeah, he's
he reminds me of Jake Plummer. I was a huge Jake Plummer believer and fan. And yes, our guy, Eric Clemens. Remember? It's the same thing. Lamar Jackson drew a lot of the same criticism until the offense was designed around his strengths. If they want a pocket guy, they should try to draft one. I think Justin Fields can be that guy. I'm with you.
Definitely.
This is
I think
what
he is more explosive than Lamar Jackson.
Getsy fails on so many levels.
Yeah.
If you go max protect and move a pocket in max protect, and then creatively come off of that with throwbacks and deep shots, Justin Fields would be talked about different. But you got a clown show here. You got a clown show, and instead we're fucking throwing a bubble screen to Darnell Mooney, almost getting him killed out there. No, that's where you go with the ball. Because what does a screen do? I told one of my coaches, he's like, he had other guys open. Well, it's a screen. You don't throw to anybody else but the designed screen. So the other opens don't matter. It's designed to go there, and the quarterback, I've taken all decisions from my quarterback and said, this is where you're throwing. And that's what the problem is with Getsy in these calls, because it's 18 of them. At one point, 5 in a row. Yes. 5 screen or bubble screen or tunnel screen, whatever the fuck some asshole wants to call them. All I know is I ran hundreds of them at Hofstra and got my brains beat in doing that too. These bubble, it was the run and shoot. It's the same concept here. Trying to get leverage. God forbid one of your outside receivers misses, you're getting fucking hammered. And it showed on the other night. It showed. And he's got to be more consistent. The offensive coordinator, it could be both. Offensive coordinator.
Hard to be consistent when you're surrounded by chaos.
Exactly. You're consistently under the gun in the position of itself, and you have negligence. So where does that fall? It goes to the head coach. He's got to get rid of the guy. Maybe Claudio's right. We got to start chanting it at church. You got to chant it going through the fucking Dunkin' Donuts line.
Exactly.
Greg Bragg's birthday party right now. His cake.
Chant it everywhere.
Should be chanting it at every.
Get it going. If you're at a Blackhawks game, get it going.
How should they say?
If you're at a Bulls game, get it going.
It like we did with Fire Nagy. Fire
gets. That's it. Simple. It's very simple.
If
you start chanting it at one of those games and
Fire gets
it's gonna get momentum.
That old hockey chant sound.
It will get momentum. I guarantee it.
Okay, I'm gonna get it going all over the place. Fire Getsy. Luke Getsy is the biggest problem with the Bears. What happened to Jenkins? Jenkins came back in. Got hurt, got folded up like he was fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme on an extra point. The guy was a 300-pounder on him. I want the "We Want Hardball" chanted at the next home game. That would be great too. We want hardball. Shane is muted for some reason.
Do you want to? I know Claude probably won't be able to participate, but do you want to try to guess? Josh Lucas listed his top 5 for the 2024 draft prospects that he's most excited about.
Say this again.
Top 5 2024 NFL draft prospects that he's most excited about for Josh.
Draft prospects, not quarterbacks. Okay, yes.
Yes. Top 5. How many quarterbacks do you think were in his top 5?
I'm going to say 1.
Okay. All right. Give me
knowing this guy.
Give me the.
Am I right on the 1 or am I wrong? I am right on
You are right on 1.
Quarterback. Okay, I'm gonna say Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr.
Those were number 1 was Caleb Williams. Number 2 was Marvin Harrison Jr.
Look at that. I'm on a roll, Claudio. My guy Olu.
No.
He's not on there.
Not in the top 5, but there was an offensive lineman.
So I'm John Alt.
No.
Really? Christ.
Any guesses?
I'm trying to think of the other offensive lineman he's got up there. All right, maybe he doesn't have any offensive. You said he does.
Yeah, there's an offensive lineman. Yep. Let me give you the name of the offensive lineman.
Yeah, I can't. My brain.
J.C. Latham out of Alabama.
He's got Latham that.
Yep. He said if you're going to play him at offensive tackle, he's definitely going to need to shed weight. He brought up the fact
Olu is way better. I put Latham in top 10.
This was his top 5 that he's most excited about. He said he thinks if you put Latham in the same offensive line with Darnell Wright and Tevin Jenkins, that it would be a big, big problem in the NFL for a lot of years. That was his point. So there's 3. Do you have any thoughts on the other, or did you list
the pass rusher? What's his name? Florida State kid.
No,
not on there. What does he got then?
Brock Bowers. Yeah,
that would be he'd be in mine.
Mm-hmm. So there's one left, and it's an edge rusher.
Tutupi?
It's Latu from UCLA.
That's what I meant. Latu.
He said a lot of them. It's going to come down to medicals on it because he actually retired for 2 years because of his neck. But yeah, those were his top 5. Yeah. And another thing that he was very excited to think about, combo of Brock Bowers and Cole Kmet at the Y and U tight ends in Chicago.
Yeah, Cole would probably be on the bench for a long time.
So that was Cars sent out a tweet, and I don't think he'll obviously mind me sharing this because he tweeted it out. Tune into Cars Keys tomorrow night. We might get into this a little bit more, but Cars said as of right now he would stand pat, and if he had number 1 and number 4, he would draft Marvin Harrison and Brock Bowers at number 4 to add to the offense.
Brock Bowers and Marvin Harrison is some firepower.
Yeah, DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison,
and Brock Bowers. Yeah,
that's
Brock Bowers is probably the best tight end I've seen in a fucking long, long time. Just amazing ability to track the football in the air, and then he becomes an aggressive runner as well as an athletic runner.
He's got a great football.
40 times better than Cole Kmet. 40. Maybe 140 times better. He's that elite. So I would honestly would have no problem with them doing that if you were keeping Justin Fields and firing this coaching staff.
Cole Kmet is not at any point even remotely close to being overpaid. Honestly, you're just expecting him to be somebody that he's not. He doesn't have a ridiculous contract at all. He's 24 years old, guys. I know Phil.
He's fine. The money isn't the thing. He
ain't overpaid.
He is what he is.
He's having actually a pretty good year, though. I mean,
Bowers is elite level.
Right. They're two completely different tight ends. Completely.
Think Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez level.
Yeah, I'm not there on. I am not there on Verse. I mean, if the Bears drafted Verse in the top 5, I'd be fucking furious.
I like Verse a lot.
Yeah, I'm not there on him.
But
Andy's an older prospect.
We should all take a bow on Montez Sweat.
Yeah, fuck you, Mike Lombardi.
Because clearly what he does with that size and length is just outstanding. Outstanding. So that helps your defense out a lot. That helps your defense out a lot.
Speaking of defense, you want to answer this question here? So off topic, does the progress of the defense made from game 1 to now breathe life to the idea that Poles might not fire Flus at the end of the season?
No.
So it has no.
You've beaten shitty quarterbacks. You're playing fast, but you're playing against. What have we seen with the Chicago Bears versus good quarterbacks? You've seen them get sliced up on 3rd down. Could be 3rd and 17. Oh, here comes the deep in cut, wide open, right in front of our safety and our corner. Show me consistency, and then we can talk. This cover 2 simplified, and again, they did show a little bit more aggressive man, and they blitzed a little bit more this week. But if you didn't, you have some seriously fucking problems as a coach. You're going against Josh Dobbs. Blitz his ass.
Yeah, you add another legit pass rusher and in the NFL offseason with Dexter improving. Christ, you got Phil fucking praising the kid at this point. So that says a lot. I mean, from where you were at the beginning of the season.
Who?
Praising Jervon Dexter.
Oh, my God. Dexter. I said it on BHL. Listen, I didn't like this kid. The last 2 games have shown me.
What'd you think when they lined him up? What'd you think when they lined him up out wide?
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Listen, I said it then. I'll say it again. I want to be wrong on him. And these last 2 games, I was more impressed with him on the run play where he fucking destroys the guard, swims inside, and stuffs. I mean, he fucking put a shot on that runner. And the roughing the passer call was atrocious.
Ridiculous.
Lucas went off about that.
That was, what is he gonna do?
That's exactly. He goes, "What do you want? What could this kid have done different?" And so they got the official. Flus said the official word that they got is he had Dobbs wrapped.
He is blind to it.
On the way down,
his head is down.
What the NFL wants him to do is on the way down, take his arms out of the grasp.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Do the NFL and the refs know a thing called physics?
No.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, it's called fucking physics. Once you're in that motion and it happens so quick.
Maybe it was they want a Madden glitch all of a sudden. His hands went wide out. Like, what?
It's so ridiculous. It's getting worse too.
And it didn't. It wasn't even as bad because he braced himself from piling on him too. If you look at it,
Kyle Long tweeted out about that. He's like, I don't think regular fans realize what Jervon Dexter just did on that play. He's like, that's rare. He's younger than Jalen Carter.
Once I saw that officiating crew led by the guy, I'm like, this is the worst crew. They always are screwing up and fucking us over. And that wasn't even the worst call. The worst is, it's twofold. It was the Kyler Gordon helmet off. We just got a turnover. And I blame Coach Eberflus. I don't care. I'm telling you right now, as a head
lose
coach,
your fucking mind, right?
you have to go on the field and make them look like the dumbest fucks that they already are, and let them throw a flag on you. You already got 15. You already have a situation. You point it out. Yell at the motherfucker. This is ridiculous. Look at that, and it brings attention to it, and all of a sudden, things start to change. You have to fucking get involved on these guys. You do. That was bullshit. The kid got his helmet torn off. If anything, there should have been a face mask or personal foul on the defense.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Phil, our guy Eric Clemens. Hey, fam, can you describe the difference between Lovey's cover 2 and Fluce's? Bears drove opponents crazy with it under Smith.
Well, here is the difference. There is none. What it is personnel. So what Lovey was able to do is get pass rushers on the outside, whether it be Julius Peppers or Gunlier. I don't think Alex Brown was the greatest pass rusher, but you get those pass rushers on the outside. That's the key to it. And then you get a 3 technique. What that is a shaded defensive tackle that's only job is to penetrate and force a double team to free up one-on-ones. When you get that 3 technique penetrating, he's single blocked, he's got to win and create chaos inside. So you're basically creating a pressure pocket each and every down. You don't have to blitz, which allows you the full capacity of coverage. And what Lovey had and what Fluce has is a big middle linebacker with length that is able to, create and block and take away windows in a passing game and speed. Because what Urlacher did more so than anybody was he was a great tackler and a great closer. He had such range. So if he dropped back 15 yards to take away a tight end running a seam,
not 15, even 40. The fucker would sometimes
25 yards. All of a sudden they dump down to the running back. His ability to show range, the running backs he's dumping it down to, all of a sudden Urlacher's there, and there's a 4-yard gain when he was 35 yards deep on a time. So that it's personnel. And I know now with Sweat, you're getting a great edge rush. That's what's going to help you there. And then obviously Yannick Ngakwe's no slouch either.
Yeah,
He
he's not
finished.
Yannick would be perfect if he was your third guy.
Right. He's missed 2 sacks this past game.
Yeah, I was going to say
a few other ones in the Detroit game.
Yeah.
He's just got to finish. But
Dexter missed one.
Yeah, he did. He had that one.
Yeah. Dobbs scored it out.
The other thing is it's all personnel, and your safeties have to be great on the hashes and range, and Eddie hasn't been and up and down, inconsistent from my guy Brisker. Although he's a willing tackler. He puts his face in there. So I hope that answered your question. If I had a time, I can draw it up for you. I could do that on our patron side.
Fluce has blitzed a little more, but that was more out of necessity than just pure.
When you're running cover 2, you really want to get that nickel involved.
Oh, yeah.
So then you could throw in a blitz, and you saw that with Corey Graham, Nathan Vasher when he was inside. Then they had, Charles Manning. What's his name? Charles Manning?
Oh, no.
Manning Jr.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Jesus. Blanking on it, too. Came from Carolina.
We signed him. Then all the UCLA shit came out.
Yeah.
Ricky Manning.
Yeah,
Thank
Ricky
you,
Manning
Simon.
Jr. Yeah.
Ricky Manning.
3rd rounder.
You get those nickel corners in there that are able, and right now, listen, I also want to say this. Thank you. for asking that, Eric, because I didn't want to forget to give major props to Kyler Gordon and his physicality. I'm telling you, to have a nickel corner playing as fast and physical as he has, that is a huge step in the right direction. Kyler Gordon has been outstanding. I mean, did you see the fucking shot he put on?
Oh, yeah.
Hutchinson. Then he put another shot on the running back, number 2. Jesus fucking Christ. He was a standout for me in this game. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate you, Eric. I'm glad I can break that down for you. The cover 2, though, you have to have the personnel to do it.
Oh, yeah. It's very personnel dependent.
Yeah. So being aggressive, you want great man corners. You want those guys. And I'll tell you what, as my guy Brad Chambers is talking about, I want to give this kid a lot of praise too. Terrell Smith out there looking the part, Shane.
Yeah.
He did not look like a rookie to me.
No.
I felt like he was looking the part. And listen, that's why I'm like, okay, Jalen Johnson, you can't drop that ball. It's like the difference between winning and losing is catching and dropping the football. You don't have to pay Jalen Johnson when you have Stevenson, you got Smith, and Gordon. And I'll give Poles credit here. He has drafted some good secondary football players. And I even like the other kid that we got from the Eagles. Blackwell. And the other Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
You got Jalen and I always confuse this kid's name. Jones. Yeah. Jalen Jones and Jalen Johnson.
So did you know that Terrell Smith and Jalen Johnson are the same age, just a couple months apart? And Terrell Smith Terrell Smith and Jalen Johnson are the same age, just a couple months apart. And Jalen's been in since 2020, and Terrell is a rookie this year.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson, you want to get paid, you got to make that play. Sorry.
Well, you want to get paid where you're expecting to be paid. You have to make that play. Yeah, totally agree.
Terrell Smith's size and his silky smooth ability is there. I was excited when he went down. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Right when we're seeing a great.
I thought it was his hammy too.
Yeah, I thought it was done, but he came back like the great Gazoo comes back. Great Gazoo. Tampa Taylor, we can't see your comment, but we throw it back up there. He's been on the show twice. Love that dude. Harbaugh for the future, Stephen W. I totally agree. JR ain't going. $5. I'm a Justin fan, but after watching the last game, I have to say Justin has no urgency to his dropbacks compared to Bagent. It's really sad to see. I don't know about urgency. I don't see the lack of urgency. I see some.
What dropbacks? Rolling shotgun.
You're already there. You're already in the gun. One step that he took back. I don't see that, but I do see some riggedy footwork sometimes. But again, I can fix that. This staff is here next year, says Kerry Franklin. Justin Fields is QB1 the next 2 years. Poles does what he did last year, trades down and builds the trenches. Hopefully he can't get him trading down. So you got to stay high.
Yeah, you got to stay in the top.
Marvin Harris.
Top 3, probably top 2. If you don't want Arizona number 2, we'll just say that.
Right. This guy, in my opinion, Justin Fields is a poor leader. Follows, does not lead. Motivating others to do their best is the effort on the field tells the truth. Claudio doesn't agree with that. He comes back in after
come back in on that. That's ridiculous. I mean,
Claudio was eating his wife's meatballs.
I'm getting some coffee to stay awake.
What are we boring you?
Oh, these guys are still talking about football.
I know. Let's talk about YouTube TV. Something that's interesting.
Oh my God. You don't agree with that, Claudio?
No, I mean Justin Fields on the field, I think, shows being a leader. He plays hard. He fights for every yard. I mean, I don't see how you can say on the field he's not being a leader. I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
I agree.
That's why I don't agree with it.
You
can stay on the sidelines and this and that, maybe his demeanor and this and that, but on the field, the kid plays 100 fucking 10%. In my opinion, that's one of the issues is that he goes too hard. He takes too many unnecessary hits. You know, sometimes he has to throw the ball away, slide.
There wasn't a personal foul thrown on 44?
That was awful.
Yeah,
that was awful. That's why that staff should be fucking fined or suspended for several calls and no calls.
I was talking about that today with a customer. Like, they obviously have to be getting graded, right? These refs, right? They get graded.
They do.
Okay. So there needs to be, when they have play calls that are just egregious and like game changing, they should get a fine. They should get something. When you're affecting games outcomes from bullshit calls, okay, that affects other people's pocketbooks. That affects.
I remember having this debate.
Gamblers. That affects everything.
Stop complaining about the refs. And I'd be like, you just don't know football and how much of an impact they play in the game. They can slow momentum down. They can change the whole course of a game in one call.
They got to do something where they have refs up in the booths or in New York or somewhere where they're watching these.
If it wasn't for New York,
instead of having a challenge, there shouldn't be a challenge flag thrown. If it's a play that needs to get challenged, it should just get challenged and done quick.
Remember, I got to give props to the New York crew because there was that play. I forget the receiver had his knee down. Addison has his knee down, tagged, missed the tackle. He keeps going. He picks up another 15 or 17 yard, whatever it was. New York actually called them and said, no, we think his knee was down. And they went back. It was the first time I've ever seen without a challenge, because Eberflus wasn't fucking challenging that. Fucking lost in the sauce, that dude. I don't even know. He challenged some dumb shit. I was like, what are you? You're not going to win this challenge. I don't even remember what he challenged.
Yeah, it was the ball. He came back and the guy just got his hand under it. But I could see there was a point where even though his hand was there, it almost looked it almost looked like it moved. I thought it was close.
I don't know what he's asking here, Shane. Can you translate this?
Do pass on Marvin Harrison Jr. if he's there at 3, at top 3, because he's the best receiver overall. I think.
Would we pass on him?
I think, yeah. In English, probably what he means is, do you pass on Marvin Harrison Jr. if he's in top 3? Nah, he's missing a couple buttons on his keyboard. That's fine. Do you pass on Marvin Harrison Jr. if he's in the top 3? Nah, I mean, if I'm drafting
a top 3.
Yeah, if I'm drafting number 3 and Marvin Harrison Jr. is there, I take about 3 seconds to write his name down on the card and sprint up to the podium. Here's my hot take. I do not think Ryan Poles in this 2024 draft is taking an offensive tackle in the first round with either of those picks. Write that down.
No, write it down.
Clip it.
Let me ask you
would
guys.
Would you take Marvin Harrison Jr. number 1 overall?
I would not, because you would be passing on an elite talent. I get it. But there's going to be a team out there that is so fucking desperate that would give you everything, and you'd be like, all right, give me everything, and then I'm gonna need like 6 more things.
But you could do that with the second or third team, the team that has the second or third pick and still get Marvin Harrison.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So if you have the first pick and you're not taking Caleb, you try to trade to where you can get who you want anyways.
Yeah. The thing that Ryan Poles said, and I think that everybody should focus on if he's here, is he's like, we're trying to build this the right way. And building it the right way is the slow way. He's made that comment multiple times. And how do you build it the right way? You got to draft good players, but you got to give yourself a bunch of swings at the bat. I think that's important.
Yeah. Tampa Taylor, your
Tampa's?
Well, his super chat came in, but it was $1, but it was one of those where there's no comment. So I don't know why that happens, but that's
just put your comment.
Put it in there again. Yeah, we'll just put it in there. Put it in the free chat, Tampa Taylor, and then
because bullets don't pay for any fucking comments.
I got a question from the chat. Look at this.
Look at this, Claudia.
I went at him, about not agreeing with Justin Fields. So Justin Fields plays very hard. Has that translated to the team playing hard, or is it just a lack of talent on the field? I mean, obviously on offense, I see a lot of hardworking players and the running backs, receivers. Like, I don't know.
I'll ask you this: have you looked at the Bears and thought that they've laid down this year? I haven't.
No, definitely not. Of course not. No. They've on both sides of the ball. They've been playing. I mean, a couple players here and there take some plays off, but overall, they're playing hard. It's the coaching is the reason for we've had a lot of close games that we should have won that came down to bad coaching decisions, and we would be in the hunt right now with 2 more wins for a playoff spot. So I don't think it's the players at all. We got one of the best rush defenses in the league, right? We
statistically, it's number 1. You went from the worst statistically to right now you're statistically the best.
DJ Moore is like 5th in the league in yards. So we got one of the best receivers in the league. Obviously we have running back carousel. So, but we have running backs consistently making, plays. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about him on the field not being a leader. Just show me the proof. Give me an example of where he's not being a leader on the field. Doesn't make sense to me.
The New England Patriots are setting the parameters to have Bailey Zappi as their starting quarterback. Breaking news.
There you go.
Well, not a surprise.
So let me ask you guys this before
Big trouble in New England.
Before we
wrap up.
Percentage that Matt Eberflus and the coaching staff get fired. Not what you want, what you think the Bears will do. Percentage-wise that they're fired.
Like during the season?
No.
Oh.
They're not firing these guys.
Froze.
In season.
I froze. Am I up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not firing these guys in season.
What time is it on your clock?
10. Can't see. What is it?
Both hands are pointing to fucking late, right, Clark?
Are we going percentages or are we using 50-50s and 60-40s? Like Kerry Franklin's at 25, 30.
Oof.
Look at Daniel going 67%.
I mean, I think it's tough because I think if we win, more than half of the games left and we end up with, 7 wins, 8 wins, I don't know. I think they do keep them. I think if we lose out and only win another game or so, then probably they get fired. But it depends. It depends on the rest of the year.
So let me rephrase that. If we were to put a number on that, Claude, what would it be?
So I'll say
one of those giant fucking numbers off your wall. put it up on the screen.
Where is it? The 5. There's no 5. The 5. 50%. Then I'll say 50%. Half and half. I can't say. It's tough.
So the remaining games, real quick for Claudio, they have obviously the Lions
at home.
At home. Then the Browns
in Cleveland.
Winnable.
Is that game has a TBD on it, to be determined? What does that mean?
What time? Well, what time it's going to be?
I know. What time is it normally, though? Isn't it have a time? It has to have a time now. Well, I don't know why it says that on the site.
I don't know either. That's on ChicagoBears.com?
Yeah. Well,
it does. Yeah, it does say TBD. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
So
it's on the app, too. So, yeah, but I mean, that's
Lions, Browns, Cardinals.
Very winnable.
Then Falcons,
winnable.
And then final with the Packers.
Winnable.
All of them are winnable. They've shown that all year.
Well,
so that's my point. Out of those
here's the important thing to remove the team name.
Browns with Flacco.
So you're facing Jared Goff.
There you go.
Cleveland, you're facing who's
PJ Walker.
Well, I don't even think it's him.
Young kid got hurt.
That other dude with
he got hurt.
RGT or something like that. Or,
he
got hurt.
The kid from UCLA. Yeah. Kyler Murray with Arizona, but listen. Kyler Murray can have his good games. We'll see how Kyler Murray is on Christmas Eve and it's like a 4:00 game, I think, right?
Yeah.
Outside in Chicago on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, yeah. Wow.
It could be a Saturday game. That's why.
Corn Planter's going to be there with his Santa hat.
Corn Planter with the sign in the end zone. You gotta love it.
Yeah, let's see more signs, guys. If you're at these games, shit,
that's dope.
That'd be fucking dope.
You haven't seen it.
No, the Arizona game's a Sunday.
There's
that's New Year's Eve. I mean, that's Christmas Eve.
There's Cairo Santos.
Phil said Saturday.
No, I'm saying TBD.
Oh,
with Cleveland means they could be moving it to a Saturday. Is what?
Really?
Joe,
yeah, there's not even a
Joe Katz.
Yeah.
TTNL. There he is. Corn Planter.
It gives the date though. The time is TBD.
Oh,
not the date, right? It
doesn't say. It says TBD. That's it. Nothing else.
Oh, let me bring it up. I thought you said
this
the
is
time.
This is on the app. This is on the Bears app.
Oh, okay.
It's also
week 15 TBD.
Yeah. Doesn't tell you what time or day.
A random week 15 Saturday game?
There you go. Get ready for BHL. Saturday BHL.
All right. So Phil, what do you
I say
percentage at?
I say 100% gone.
That they're gone.
Yeah.
Both of them are gone.
Percentage that Ryan Poles is fired.
I would say 30%.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go that high.
Yeah, 10.
5. Yeah.
I say 30.
Yeah.
But 100% Eberflus is gone.
So you
can't sell a loser.
No matter how the rest of the season goes? If we win 4 of the next 5 games, just say.
Shane just listed them for you. This guy hasn't won a fucking division game. They won 1 game now in 2 years against their division. And there's
I know, but that's, I mean, at this point, you're not facing the 2 best teams that you're facing are your next 2 games in Detroit and Cleveland.
Yeah.
I don't think you can
Packers
sell.
will always be a tough
7
game,
and 22
in Green Bay.
What they lost to Detroit. They were up fucking 12 with 2 minutes to go in the game, and they lost.
Yeah.
Let's not forget these historic losses. They were up 28 on Denver, right? Denver, and lost with Justin Fields.
Think about if you didn't blow the Denver game and you didn't blow the Detroit game.
Exactly.
You're
in the playoff race.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying.
Mislead.
I think for them to get fired, you know, if we lose out and lose a lot of the next 5 games, we only win one more, then I can definitely see it. But if we win 3 of those games and we end up 7, I don't know. I don't see.
Let me ask.
Fucking lost this game, bro, and
Yeah.
had 4 fucking.
That's why I think Tennessee definitely gets canned, but I don't know about Flus.
If Matt Eberflus is back,
oh my God.
let's just say
Let me
Matt
just
Eberflus.
vomit.
Matt Eberflus is
I don't wanna
back.
hear those words.
Who is the quarterback for the Chicago Bears next year? Is it Justin Fields or is it Caleb Williams / Drake May?
Well,
Can't,
first
you
pick
can't
overall.
keep Eberflus and a rookie quarterback.
No. I'm saying if he is back.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I mean,
just
if we don't have the first pick, I would hope that
it's got to be. I don't see how you can give a rookie quarterback. If Flus is back, I don't see how you can give him a rookie quarterback.
I'm totally with you. That's what I'm saying. Like, no.
Should I check my DMs one more time?
Jamal's probably right. I might take
drum roll.
How
Here's
can
the
I
drum
survive another season of this?
I'm checking all 3 DMs, Claude. On all
I did
3
say
accounts.
the same thing when they did. Let me ask you guys in the chat, because you guys are awesome, despite what Shane says about you assholes. What was your thoughts when they brought Matt Nagy back? After what was it? After was it collaboration one or was it regression?
The collaboration presser was when
years
everybody knew that they were a lame duck, and then they
Yeah.
went out as a lame duck coaching staff and front office. They drafted a fucking quarterback, which I would have drafted Justin too, 100%. But yeah, I was sick to my stomach because you knew where
That's
it was
what
going.
they did.
Yeah,
that's what you can't do again.
and that's another thing too. Is
that's what heat polls. You have to fucking do this shit.
Matt Eberflus is brought back and you launch Luke Getsy. What legit offensive coordinator is going to tie himself to a potential lame duck coaching staff?
That's a good point.
That's something that you have to take into big time consideration.
Vito says Getsy may be the sacrifice and Flus comes back.
But then who's the OC that's going to tie himself to a lame duck staff?
Well, is there any young guy that would want that chance that hasn't been an OC that maybe he's a quarterback's coach
This
somewhere?
guy's been a coach his whole life. He doesn't know anybody.
I think you'd be more likely to get some old grizzled guy that's been around forever that is just looking for a chance. Like Carolina's going to run into much the
Frank
same.
Reich isn't
thing.
coming back. He's not. It could be Caldwell to Cyro, but Caldwell's
got
somewhere.
What about
got
Dan,
juice in
Dan
Carolina? He's got juice in
Dan
Carolina
Orlovsky.
right now.
He's in Carolina.
Dan Orlovsky's been talked about.
No one's going to turn it down. I can tell you that. But Josh McCown, I would love that. Not McCown.
Yeah, I mean, as an OC, you're talking about?
Oh yeah, I like him as an OC too.
Yeah.
That's his first step into head coaching, play caller, leader. Oh, the thought of Eberflus going to the podium again and listing off all the positives in a losing season is going to make me vomit. It's just going to be another wasted year. Another wasted year. I ask you this on your questions. I'll leave you with this. It's not even going to be a question. It's going to be a statement. If I've never once left watching a Chicago Bears game under Eberflus saying, wow, that's a really good coach football team. Never once. Didn't do it the other day in their win.
Say it with the New England game. That one surprised me. last year.
Okay, maybe you
But
can.
that's one. that's one.
But it goes against my statement. So I've said it one time. Then we'll say, "Wow, that was a really well coached game." They're not even in games. They're getting beat by teams and situations.
Yo, let's be honest. When was the last time you said that for any Bears game? When's the last time you ever said that?
I did with Lovey a couple times.
Okay, goes back to Lovey.
I was like, that was a really good coach game.
Yeah.
He had Ron. What do you have? Ron Turner.
That's sad. So we've had 4 coaches since then?
Yeah.
5. That's sad.
I thought I'll say that Mark Trestman game against the Cowboys when Josh McCown was quarterback. I thought that was a really good coach game. That game.
I still see that pass to Alshon in the corner of the end zone by Josh.
The other pass, maybe it was a Cutler throw when Marshall did the 360 or 180 in the air.
That was against Green Bay.
That was the
fuck
play.
That was the Chris Conti / James Anderson.
It was that game. It was that game. So I could say Trestman had that game. I remember that.
He had some nice called games. Nobody respected him in the locker room. Nobody.
No. He wasn't. He was he's a coordinator, and that's what I think Eberflus is.
Yeah.
And he could, and Lovey, to his detriment, he couldn't get the offensive coordinator position. And then you had Jay Cutler's personality. Did he fit well with people? There's always been so much drama.
But they also looked at Jay Cutler like, all right, we're done. That's all we need there. We're fine.
Yeah. The same thing Nagy did with a kicker.
Yeah.
We're one kicker away. We're one kicker away. Me and Shane are with you. Brian Flores is in the conversation. He's maniacal. He's no nonsense. He's aggressive. He's a leader. I would love it. He's a defensive guy. I don't give a shit about it. Just give me a good leader.
Listen.
Doesn't have to be an offense.
We got to keep it honest here. What the fuck was he doing on their last drive? You're blitzing. He just didn't do it. The final drive.
Yeah, I want to watch it again. I think he did blitz and they picked it up. But the last play where the kid was open, someone broke down in coverage.
Yeah.
There also was a great play by Rashawn Johnson blocking 2 guys.
Yeah.
Blocked fucking 2 guys.
It's the best part of his game right now, and that's not a slight at the kid. He's an excellent player in pass pro.
Well, I don't know what Jakey Byro's saying, Claudio. Can you read?
Giving us props.
What is that? This big one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
a lot of people think because they have a podcast, they know more than anyone else when they don't know shit. That's why I love you guys. I also trust your judgment on football. Thank you, Jay.
Plus, we don't always agree with one another here. Like some of these other people that just kiss each other's asses. Yeah.
Phil and I used to be told to just have difference of opinions just to make it good on air. Do you remember those days?
Yeah.
Fake it? Yeah. Well, that's what they do in the mainstream. I mean, all the mainstream shows.
Never going to do it.
Yeah.
Not happening here. We've had plenty of back.
Look at this guy, Joey Martino. Just joined patron.
Hey.
Thanks, Joey.
Yeah. Thank you, Joey.
Don't think Claudia will give you any discount on a haircut if you're a patron.
No, it's all right. Prices are going up. Motherfuckers. Been to the grocery store lately?
Oh,
Claude doesn't give me a discount on a haircut. What the fuck is going on?
You go to the grocery store
and on business.
Throw 5 or 6 things in your cart. The lady's like,
$75.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Claudio doesn't even bring the normal size Coke Zero cans anymore. He brings the mini cans.
Well, it burned less gas, less weight in the car. Riley and I went to the grocery store the other day to just get a couple of things. I don't know. There's like 5 or 6 things, and he's got this issue when we get in the checkout line. He's one more thing, and then he takes off sprinting like Forrest Gump to go grab one more thing, and then he comes back. And like Claude said, it was like $92 or something like that. I'm
crazy.
Riley looks at me. He's like, "Wow, adulting must suck." And I'm like, "Yeah, it does. Look what's in here. There ain't nothing fun down there. You know what I mean? In the cart, crazy."
This is Joey Martino, new patron. Welcome to the family, Joe. He's reporting Rossini. The Bears have had conversations about hiring Jim Harbaugh if they decide, well, let me help them. Fire him and hire him. There you go. Now we've got hope, Gary Williams.
To me, it's a cure-all.
It's a home run.
Yeah.
When Harbaugh said it, that's his dream job, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
More than once.
Albert Breer confirmed that.
Well, I had it
Yeah.
on an old screenshot, which went away with my phone, but in an article, he says it. His dream job is to be the head coach.
Go away with your phone. You don't use the cloud to back
I don't know how it went away. I can't find it.
Did you?
I took a picture of an article.
Did you restore everything from the cloud, or did you restore as a new phone?
Stored everything from the cloud.
Maybe Steph should show you how to do the technology stuff. Phil, where's the batteries going? These new iPhones.
I don't know. I have to fix 500 things for Steph on technology every day. I don't know why. I don't know. I can't. How about trying to YouTube this? I sent her like 2 articles on that. What was the thing? Oh, know what she has, Shane? She's got her apps missing. They're not on her home screen. She's like, I have to go into apps, search the app. I have it and open it from there, but it's not on my home screen. So I'm like, okay.
Turn her phone off and turn it back on.
No, that doesn't fix it. She's got to go there.
Oh, you know,
get into the app store and drag it over and drop it into the home screen.
Tell her to go out in the driveway and spike it on the fucking driveway. Saw that on YouTube. Fixes everything.
I did that once. Didn't work. Corn Planter. Hey,
great.
I appreciate you, Corn.
Yeah.
Going out there.
Corn on the show.
He says he's got a face for radio.
He's
If you're just tuning in,
probably a sexy bitch.
Let's end this show like this.
Come on.
Can we superimpose? Yeah, look at him. He is fucking ugly as fuck.
Hold on. We got a close-up of him. There he is holding the TTNL sign as Cairo Santos, game winner, goes through the uprates.
Awesome.
And there he is.
There he
Him
is.
and his son there. His son, Corn told me before the show, is yelling, "Draft Dr. Phil was right. Getsy sucks." He was yelling that.
That's great.
That's funny.
That was good stuff. Corn Planter.
Thank you,
Corn. Man. Jakey, bro. The only podcast I will pay for. TTNL Network. That means a lot to me, honestly. I got to get up every day, go to fuck drives to work.
Netflix, Phil?
I don't know. Netflix.
Think you're fucking Netflix?
Sometimes I want to come on the show and just ask for advice because these patrons and fans have the answers of shit that I don't, like car, like house, sheet rocking shit. Alex Acevedo, come over, fix sheetrock, all this kind of stuff. I got all these fucking T-Mobile bill is going up. Now I got to call them, be on the phone for fucking 3 hours to talk to them. Is it worth it to get a fucking a car? What do you call it? Warranty. One of those 100,000 mile warranties. Should I pay for that?
The ones that Ice-T pedals?
You motherfucker! You don't keep cars long enough that need fucking 100,000 mile warranty.
This is Steph's car.
Phil's got 35K on it, honey. We got to think about shipping this bitch.
No, she loves this car. She loves this car. I love this car that she has too. The Hyundai Santa Fe. with the third row.
I'm
It's nice. It's got all the bells and whistles. But should I put the 100,000? Because it's not. It wasn't. What do you call it? Certified used. So it doesn't come. You have to pay for the. No.
I wouldn't.
It's like $2,000. If something happens, they take care of it.
That's how many miles are on it?
18,000.
And how many miles do you put on a year?
Well, not 18. I think it's like 13,000. Maybe it's in that range. It's in the 15,000 miles.
How about you just tell Steph to slow the fuck down and drive like a normal person?
Well, she got it used and it only had like 11,000 miles. This elderly couple had.
I remember being in Phil's old van. He's like, "Is this supposed to be doing this?" I'm like, "No, definitely 100% not supposed to be doing this." No.
Let's put screens on it. We'll put screens. More screens. Anyway, that's our cue to get
I'm
out of
caught
it.
up on the Righteous Gemstones.
You started
it's a great
that.
show.
Yeah,
It's a great show.
How about you want another show?
I'm not on that season.
Fargo. Have you guys ever watched
I've
Fargo?
watched all of them except the new season.
The new one is freaking awesome.
No, the best was the UFO season. That was
all of them are great, but I'm just saying this one is just as good.
Can't be better than that UFO season. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was.
You know what I watched? That's really great. Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix. If you're into anime, it's not like real anime. It's really intricate. Excellent. And I finished Better Call Saul.
Nice.
Did you finish that?
Yeah, I watched it. It's good.
Is the new season of that fucking zombie samurai show ever coming out? Kingdom?
Oh, Kingdom. Yeah, I don't know. That was a great show. Listen.
That was a great show. Claudio put me up to that. Put me on to that.
Yeah.
So anyway, check it out. I did watch, you know what was good, Shane? Well, I don't know if you'd like it. Miss Davis on Peacock. It's a deep show. Sci-fi. Good show. Anyway. Zorich wants to do a show where we talk shows.
I'm down.
Bring on Jim with his 1,481 shows.
Yeah.
When's Jim's new website coming out? Where is Jim?
Can you imagine listing 1,500 shows and procuring them? I'm like, fuck, I have this at 63. It really should be at 52. Keeps you up at night.
He really did go back. I love how his wife like rolls her eyes at his list. He was even shocked.
That's what a lot of wives are good for.
What are you doing? A list?
You were a Gemstones fan too, Phil?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this season.
Yeah.
The newest season's out. I haven't gotten to it.
All those shows are great from him.
Oh, that dude, man.
I'm like episode 4 or 5 on season 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
it's awesome. The family, the daughter.
Yeah.
The sister is the best.
Yeah, the sister.
She's
hilarious. Yeah,
she's fucking hilarious. She's so fucking crazy. I love it.
Baby Billy was like, "Oh God, you have terrible teeth, but God gave you a gift." When they're driving down the road, he goes, "Oh, baby, here comes my favorite part." I fucking sweat. I was laughing so fucking hard. Here comes my favorite part.
Yeah, I like Terminal List. I got season 2 is out, right? Terminal List. I watched Invasion on Apple TV. Everything on Apple TV is great. Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah.
The morning show.
Severance is great.
I'm watching. I just started this channeling. I don't know how to say it on Apple TV. It's So far, Claude, I think you'll like it. And one of my favorite shows, I'm waiting for it to return, Shane, on Paramount Plus. Actually, there's a lot of great things. Changeling. Thank you, Eric. That's a good show. Oh God, what was it? Paramount Evil on Paramount Plus. So fucking good.
Claude and Phil don't
Evil.
work. They just fucking stream shows all day, clearly.
That's it. I listened to it.
Actually, I started a new podcast.
Did you?
Started listening to it, yeah. You know what it's called?
TTNL.
No.
Ready for the fucking
Another Bears show?
Dude, no, let me
With Ivan Vargas?
It's
any show with Jackal on it?
No, it's called Not Today, Pal. It's with Jamie Lynn Sigler and Robert Eiler. It was AJ and Meadow from The Sopranos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Damn. I was waiting for a joke. I didn't think you were serious.
No, I did, yeah. So Robert Eiler right now is the same age that James Gandolfini was when he started The Sopranos.
Really?
And I had no idea. Robert Eiler, who was AJ on The Sopranos, said there was never a season of The Sopranos that was recorded where he wasn't heavily involved with high-level drugs and drinking.
The kid,
AJ.
Who you fucking talk to? You talk to?
Yeah, but I mean, he was pretty. He started into heavy drugs at 12.
He looks like it, man.
Yeah,
he did look like it. Meadow's all grown up now.
She's married to Lenny Dykstra's son, Cutter.
Really?
Yeah.
Former Met.
Yeah, nails.
Look at that. I love the way fucking Ari Spears imitates Tony Soprano. If you haven't heard that, just Google that up there. It's like spot on. Talk to Paulie. Oh, Sopranos. Sopranos.
Tampa Taylor's yelling at somebody.
No, don't spoil it. He dies in the end.
Does he though? Just
God, dumbest comment of the night.
My God,
Muck.
Was overrated.
You had to throw that in there just probably for us to react to it.
He's a number 7 on the lunch.
Yeah. It's gotta be
at the local Chinese food place.
Yeah. Actually, I looked it up. Sopranos is number 7 on Spotify, right behind the T3P podcast.
I was gonna say Muck.
Where does Larison have the Sopranos on his list? Where is he tonight? He could have been talking.
Where is
about
Sopranos on his list? I have a feeling
That's
Jim's
what
got
I'm
it
saying.
lower than we would expect.
No, I think it's
Sopranos
higher.
guy? It should
I think
be,
it's
yeah.
higher. He has respect for the Soprano. Don't
Game of Thrones
disrespect
better
the
be high
family.
on his list, or his list is shit.
T3P is muck in disguise.
Shane, why'd
Bullets
you block me on Twitter? That's the best.
Why'd you block? Then he bounced.
He just bounced.
Fuck
I know.
these guys.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
Hit Claudio.
I think I'm still looking. Still
Meet
waiting.
me face to face, clown. That's like the best comment ever when you're talking to somebody on YouTube.
Yeah. Come meet me at Portillo's.
Come to Chicago there. So right.
Anyway,
Remember?
do we have any shout outs tonight?
No, we're good.
No, we're good.
Shout
I'm
out
just gonna
to,
shout out to the whole chat.
Yeah.
Whole chat.
Even T3P. He got his own
T3P.
segment tonight. C3PO,
T3P.
whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah.
We need a song for these like trolls. Where is Cool Kennedy? It only has to be like 11 seconds to 20 seconds long. That's all. When the trolls start coming, we play it like this. That would be T3P's intro song to his podcast.
Speaking of Breaking Bad, That's how you make.
Yeah. Listen, The Wire, Breaking Bad, Tulsa King was great.
Boardwalk Empire was good, but it doesn't blow away Sopranos. Come on.
Mayor of Kingstown is great on
it is good.
Paramount Plus.
It is good, but he got messed up in an accident. He won't be.
Oh, I know, dude.
He almost died.
You don't think he'll be back?
I don't know. I mean, unless he was like couldn't walk. I thought, like, I mean, he can, but it's like it took him a long time to just to start walking. It's crazy.
I want to get
Jeremy Renner, right? That's his name.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner.
He got hit. He was helping out somebody in
his nephew.
Storm.
His nephew saved his nephew's life,
and they got hit by a plane. He's a real life fucking superhero. Like he played one, and now he's a real life one. Like he actually saved people.
Angelo, do you remember Greg Braggs?
No.
That's a great drop. Shout out to Greg on his birthday, Shane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
His mom gave him a shout out on Facebook, and I replied to it. I said, "Barb, we did a good job, didn't we? Happy birthday, baby boy."
Cherie just rolled her eyes, like, "Don't even shout him out."
I got it up.
Hey,
there it is. Mayor of Kingstown in season 3 is officially happening, according to Mr. Mayhem. Nice.
Look at that.
That's good.
That's good. All right, guys. It was a fun night. We got a bye week, so there'll be no BHL this week. What will we do? I'm sure.
I used to be sick to my stomach with a bye week, and now I'm like, kind of need this.
I said the same thing. Gonna sit by the fire, watch college football. Big game, Alabama, Georgia.
Georgia by 10 plus.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
Does Iowa have any chance?
Iowa versus Michigan?
No chance.
I don't think so. The Iowa quarterback is horrible.
And then Harbaugh's coming back, right? He'll be on the sidelines for that too, right?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be very exciting.
Get in somebody's ass today.
Yes,
that's what he's gonna be saying on that sideline, Cars.
I love all.
Jesus, Cherie.
Cherie's not even here.
Yeah,
but listen,
she's in the chat.
Training.
Love you guys. Shout out to all of you guys in the chat. All of you guys, everyone who super chatted, including you, Tampa. All of you guys, even Muck and T3PO. Go check out his pod. Come, we should bring somebody who
better get a fucking number. Get in line. Get in line.
It's number 6.
I just tried to subscribe to that shit, and
someone listened to it.
It says right here on Apple Podcasts
next week.
I tried to subscribe.
You subscribe?
It says shit's full. Can't even fucking subscribe to it. It says shit's
it's
full.
It's like your voicemail. If there's too many messages, his voice message is full. You can't even subscribe.
But with that being said,
yes, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
There's no need to go more. We love you guys. For the barber, Claudio, stayed the whole night with us tonight.
Good.
Shane, the smartest man, and the T3P podcast, who's now sponsoring our show. We'll see you guys next Wednesday, where we review it all, talk about more shows and the Bears. What's going to happen next with the Bears? We'll talk all about it. Maybe we have a guest next week. We've taken a break from guests for a few. Maybe we'll bring one on next week, talk with them. We'll see you guys later.
Hey, fuckers, this is Brian Erlacher, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Tape Never Lies Network, the Tape Never Lies. Keeping it 100 like I'm keeping it 100 when it comes to the Bears.
I think the tape never lies, right?
The tape never lies.
Never does.
Not smart.
Get in your hat and get the hell off the field.
Lauren Cox from Locked On Bears, and I'm keeping it 100.
You guys know the tape never lies.
Hey, this is David Kaplan. Listen to me. You want to learn football? Listen to my guys, Phil and Shane. Keeping it 100, the Tape Never Lies Network.
Courtney Cronin, beat reporter covering the Chicago Bears for ESPN and ESPN.com. And I am keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies.
I'm Raymond Harris, the Quiet Storm, a.k.a. Ultraback, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Home of the greatest Chicago Bears fans on earth.